Oh, Hazen. Let me turn on the... So, I was thinking, uh, regarding the, crime count, I think we should add, I think there should be 3 more crimes added. Alright, so she technically didn't kill... I guess you could argue that she did kill Rika because she was the one that... Wait, no, not really. I'm not... I think because she didn't technically kill Rika, so does that... I guess that doesn't count. But she is the reason that she died. Yeah, that's what I... That's the... More so just in case. But she absolutely did dump Rika's body down the well, right? So that's improper disposal of a corpse. And then, let's be real, she absolutely killed Satsuko and dumped her corpse into the well. So, yeah, that's 3 more. We're at 12. We're at 12 crimes. Oh, wait. What about Kim? That's enough. Wait, no. There'd be 14 because, let's be real, Kimiyoshi's probably dead. I'll hold off on counting Kimiyoshi just to get a confirmation. But, like, he's as good as dead. Let's be real. Kimiyoshi is as good as dead. Um, she left him hanging there. Like, eventually he's gonna end up dying. So, like, he's as good as dead. Um, but, we shall see. Alright, everybody. Buckle in. We're taking another trip into Shion's Delulu Land. Hi, everyone. Are y'all still alive? Kimiyoshi was hanging from the collar. Oh, so he hasn't died. Was hanging from the collar with his head turned up at the ceiling. He didn't even move when I walked in. Maybe he's already dead. Satsuko was laying on a cross-shaped restraining table. She glared at me with red and swollen eyes, which must have been that way from... Let me fix this. Okay, so she hasn't killed her yet. Is that better? Yeah, I hope. No. Scream at me. Oh no, I'm not, Shion hasn't, triggered me enough yet, so I'm not in a screaming mood yet. Okay, good. I wanted to put her in that special restraining table to pound nails into her hands, but Satsuko was too small for that. I walked up to Kimiyoshi, poked his body with my toe. There was no response. Uncle Kimiyoshi, are you dead? Murderer. So I'm gonna go out on a limb here, Kimiyoshi. Maybe Satsuko had witnessed Kimiyoshi's last moments. I took a thick knife from the wall and stabbed Kimiyoshi with it. There was no response. You have to tell me if you're dead. I want to make sure I have an accurate reading of my death. Yeah. I want it to be as accurate as possible. If you're alive, you better tell me, okay? You can't fool me. I walked over to the pulley that was suspending Kimiyoshi. This is your last chance. Are you alive? Let me know if you are. I paused for just a moment, then turned the pulley. Kimiyoshi's body swayed strangely in the air. It looked much more like a corpse than. Oh, if you were alive before, you're not now. Yeah. So that's another murder count. Not a child. No. This might be a smaller model. But make no mistake. The cars don't end with her. She's a problem. Yeah. It looks much more like a corpse like that. Leon-san, why are you doing this? Oh, Madden, how are you? No problem. I get it. The door to the cage was still open. I bet Sadako had talked to the one in the cell while I was gone. Started watching Danganronpa, wait until you were done the game. Oh yeah, it is pretty good. It's pretty solid anime. That's how she knows my name. Although, that's actually not my name at all. No, I'm not Shion. I'm the real Mion. The one you all thought was Mion is Shion. It's kind of confusing, huh? If you don't get it, that's okay. How dare you? How dare you kill Rika? I had allowed Satsuko to watch me take care of Rika's body. Okay, that's another count. Improper disposal of a corpse. We're up to 11. She didn't kill Rika, but she was... She was... so tired. Long day of trucking. Of course, I let her see Rika's neck too. Rika Furude deserved it. Oh, you're taking care of your mom? Aww. So sweet of you. Hope she gets well soon. That's a good boy. There, you got that for free. And you have to pay channel point for that. You ate cookies? What kind? He came over to kill me. I just fought back, that's all. That's not possible. Rika would never do a thing like that. If you don't believe me, that's fine. It's none of your business anyway. What are you gonna do with me? I'm gonna kill you. Rika's eyes... oh, not Satsuko's eyes went wide. She was expecting my answer, I'm sure, but still looks shocked. I mean, Rika did try to jump her regardless if Shmion is... Shmion? Did you just put their names together? Shmion deserved it or not? She did, yeah. And she could have just let Rika run away. It's not like Rika would have told anyone about that. So... Might as well, since she wants to be confusing about who she is. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, she gonna do a self-report. I tried to jump Shmion and got rocked. Yeah, she could have let her go. I was like, I want a big chocolate chip cookies. I don't know. Oh, you randomly want to bake every once couple of weeks, so I definitely have the ingredients. That's so cute. I bet she didn't expect me to state it so openly. I heard the noise of something hitting iron bars echoing in the huge cave. Beyond's voice echoed there as well. Sis, no! Don't kill Satsuko! I answered her clearly. Very little interference. I like it. Well, you said that she just got surgery, so she should just relax, right? You finally realize what you've done? Did you finally realize you didn't do anything to save Satoshi-kun although you had the power to? That's why you got killed? Yeah. I mean... Neither you didn't... I mean... Mion didn't do anything to save Satoshi either. But... rules for me, not... rules for thee, not for me, I guess. He ignored millions of chances to rescue Satoshi-kun. Also... Since, like... Mion was, like, the successor of the family, if she, like, tried to do something, wouldn't she kind of get in trouble? I feel like even hooking up Satoshi with the part-time jobs might have, like, not have been easy for her to do. Yeah, I feel like if she tried to I feel like she probably had to push to even get Satoshi the part-time job. But go off, sis. You'd be more restricted by it, not liberated. But I guess because Shion doesn't really know what it's like to be the successor, because they were little kids, right? So they didn't have any responsibilities. But now that they're older, they have, like, stuff to do. Like, even during the dam protests, like, Shion said that she just, like, ran around with, like, the other kids, like, causing trouble. And but, like, Mion actually had to do, like, real work. So she just assumes that, like, Mion is just, like, the princess of the Sonozaki family and just got to do whatever she wanted. If anything, like, she's more the spoiled princess of the family. Like, she skips schools all the time and her parents never do anything about it. So, like, if anybody's like that, it's probably her. I am diagnosing Shion as a terminal spoiled brat. All she did was turn the oven on because she has a fancy. Ooh. It has a, oh my gosh, a fancy convection oven. I like that. Luxury. Shion basically gets to do whatever she wants, unless Oreo finds out, yeah. The thing is, even after she, like, left the school, like, she still didn't face any real repercussions for that. She only... The whole, like, nail thing happened because she revealed her identity when she wasn't supposed to do, but, like... Nobody... She can mostly do what she wants. That still isn't enough for her? Like, what the fuck? Also, Madden, I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't really fully know how to work an oven either. I don't really know how an oven works. I don't trust myself with an oven. You ignored millions of chances to rescue Satoshi-kun. Yes, that is your sin. Before even finishing my sentence, I stabbed Satsuko's right arm. You won't be able to bake cookies for 10. I mean, I could learn. I could figure it out. I don't know. Anytime I baked with my sister, she would always be the one to preheat the oven. Like we would do everything else together, but she would always be the one to take care of the oven. So I didn't. I don't know. I don't know. A little early. Trying to slide in and steal Teddy for you from my cooking baking. Does Teddy even like cookies that much? I feel like he's more of a brownie guy. Before even finishing my sentence, I stabbed Satsuko's right arm. Her blood started to flow out. Cookie. Yeah, but people like everybody has their own tier list of desserts, and cookies fall on different slots in said tier list for everybody. That is nothing compared to what happened to me. I twisted the knife in Satsuko's arm, bit down hard, crying. Stop! Don't kill Satsuko! Let her go! I don't care what you do to me, but please let Satsuko go. Why couldn't you say that for Satoshi-kun? It's too late now. The cookies aren't in your top 3, you deserve to step on a... Depends on the cookie. I really like shortbread cookies. That's like upper S tier for me. I was the one screaming like you back then. But no matter how loudly I screamed, it never reached them. It never reached them, spared him, or saved him. I want you to go through the same thing I did. Oh god. I stabbed Satsuko's arm repeatedly, but the knife kept hitting her bone, and I didn't feel like I was cutting up any of her. Mion, stop, Mion, sis! Stop! Hey, Shion. How about this? I'll tell you how you can save Satsuko. Apologize to me 1,000 times. I'll let her go when you're done. How about that? I don't tell lies. That's a lie, yes you do. Discounting all the many times you've lied to yourself, you tell lies all the time. Didn't you call up not Kokichi, fuck. There's a lot of Danganronpa on my brain. Keiichi last night and lied to him then? What do you mean? What do you mean you don't tell lies? She's a lie. Liar and murder. Yeah. What do you mean you don't tell lies? Bitch. If you really apologize 1,000 times, I'll keep my... Well? How about that? I'm sorry. Dion started to apologize like a broken record. So stupid and honest. She's not even thinking of cheating. I bet Shion really will count to 1,000. I stabbed Satsuko in the rib. posted in art because Did I make the food chat? I could do that later when I remembered. Baking is an art. Yeah, that's true. That'd be crazy if I had to read it 1,000 times. I'm sorry, ASMR. I'm gonna make girl whispers I'm sorry into your ear 1,000 times. Let's go. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Never crack your back so much you slowly. No, but one time I saw a really cute dance on TikTok and I wanted to try it, and as I was doing it, I heard all my bones crack. I was like, oh my god. I'm getting old. There, I felt something hard. I guess I either crushed her bone or snapped it. It must have been extremely painful for her. Straight up dissecting her. Yeah, I bet this is a lot more painful than removing 3 fingernails. I'm not saying that that wasn't extremely painful, but like, you only had to do 3. And it was years ago. They didn't even make you do your whole hand. They could have. She could have made you do your whole hand. She could have made you do both. That was probably the least. That was probably like, yeah, that was like painful, but that was probably like the least painful torture method they had in that room. Let's be honest. They were showing you extreme leniency. It would have taken fingers. It's a common punishment in groups like that. Yeah, they could have cut her. They could have said like, we'll cut off 3 fingers. They could have. They could have done that, but they didn't. They were showing her extreme leniency because at the end of the day, she's still like a part of that family, so they weren't gonna do anything too bad. You know. She did it, and then like, the grandma banned her from coming to Hinamizawa. Only for not that long, because a year later she's going to Hinamizawa and she's hanging out at the family house after the festival. So like, what the fuck? She's been punished, yes, she's still being shown exceptional grace for the type of family she's in. Yeah. But here she is. Crashing out. She's acting as if she was like married to Satoshi and had like 3 children, and then they killed him and all of the kids in front of her or some shit. Like, girl, calm down. Girl. Satsuko scream. Yoon's voice got louder as if trying to overpower that stream. Hello, Jay. Welcome. All you ever do is cry to get what you want. Do you think your Nini is going to appear out of nowhere, knock me aside, and rescue you, huh? You're listening to... How do I even get here? How do I even explain what... I guess you're listening to Shion's 12th crime. Yeah. Be funny as if Satoshi just came crawling out of the well and jumped Shion. The knife was still in Satsuko's wrist. It slid it toward her elbow. How is she not dead yet? Satsuko, can you hear me? Hey, listen to me. I slapped her face several times and made her look at me. Do you know what you've done? Do you know how your very existence is what cornered Satoshi-kun? Aww. That's right. That's all you did to him. Every time you cried, Satoshi-kun protected you. Yeah, Shion, that's what a big brother does. Being someone who has a big brother, that's kind of what they do. That's kind of what they do. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, a big brother protecting his little sister? That's because she's crying? Being a big brother myself, I've broken bones for less. Like, come on. How dare you? How dare you have your big brother take care of you? Even though you're his little sister and the only family he has left. How dare you? The audacity of this bitch. I'm a big brother. I don't king planes when it comes to my big sister. My little sister, even my big sisters. League of Legends account got a restriction because the display name is causing players a negative experience. Bruh. Like the Big Brother program? Ain't no way I wouldn't be crucifying that Delulu miss and throwing her whole damn cross down the well. Yeah. Have you ever even considered what kind of a burden you were to him? You know what's actually kind of ironic? Because in the third game, Satsuko, you learn a lot more about Satsuko, and you learn that yes, she did feel like she was a burden to him, and she did feel like it was her fault that he felt like he ran away because of her. So, yeah. Unlike you, Shion, Satsuko was quite self-aware. So, like, Satsuko was she did feel like she was a burden to him. She's like, oh, if I wasn't the way that I was, maybe he would still be around. Maybe he wouldn't have left. He wasn't some superhero. He was just like you. He was just a normal human being. Have you ever even thought of what he had to go through because of you? No, you didn't. Never even tried. You just let Satoshi-kun take care of you. You just leeched off of him. And as he got injured for your sake, you lived by sucking his blood. You were cursed. How can you still call for him? Huh? Now going to pay for your sin of being a child. Shion, there's only one thing worse than a murderer. Shion, a child. In 2 months, if your microphone isn't crowdfunded, I'll cover the rest of whatever isn't. That's fine. You don't have to do that. It's okay. We'll get there eventually. Okay. We'll get there eventually. It's fine. It's okay. You want? Yes, I know. I want to have the mic. I want to make better quality ASMR for everyone. But it's so expensive, and I feel bad. I would feel bad if you spent that much money, though. That's a lot of money. paying for myself. Yeah. We'll have it ramped up pretty good by 2 months. Really? You cornered him. You made him disappear. You killed him. After telling her all I'd been wanting to, I excelled roughly. Just hoping it's over 500. Yeah. You had been putting a little aside here and there. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah? What's this? You don't feel anything in your right arm anymore? Okay, then let's use your left. I stabbed her in her left arm repeatedly and her blood flowed. But Satoko's reactions weren't fun anymore. She didn't cry or scream like she did before. I'm gonna be getting that trucker buddy. Yeah, but I would prefer it if you guys spent money on things that made you happy. You know, like if there's like a game or something that you wanted to buy, you should buy that instead. You just told on yourself because that would make us happy. Okay. But like... It was offered to do fun things to me. What does that mean? That's sus, man. Ayo? That put me in a bad mood, so I stabbed the back of her left hand, twisted the knife again. But Satoko still just moaned. She didn't scream anymore. What's the matter? Are you stifling your screams in protest? Thinking I was enjoying your cries? Ayo. Ayo, she's a fruit mad and your trainee's a fruit. My question is how she's not dead yet. Satsuko was unfazed by my mad laughter. He looked at me with gritted teeth and resignation. Bruh. Yes, I think that's the truth. Huh? I cornered Nini. That's why he disappeared. I've known that ever since the day he vanished. I wasn't strong enough. I depended on Nini. Yet. Dear God. I'm sure it was hard on him too, but I couldn't stop. Her agreeing with Shion here paired with confession, the BGM here destroys my... Aww, the name of the song is called Confession. Fuck. You are absolutely right. You're absolutely right about that. I have no excuse. I couldn't... Satoko didn't sound as if she was mocking me, trying to... She spoke so naturally. That's interesting. I never realized you were aware of what you've done. Nini is coming back. He will come back someday. And when he does, I'm going to show him how independent I have become. I don't need him anymore. I won't hide behind him anymore. I'm going to show him that I can really live on my own. Huh. Interesting how Satsuko, like, has a more healthy way of coping with this whole thing. When he comes back, huh? I stabbed Satsuko's arm in a mad frenzy, but she still didn't even scream. He bit down tightly and swallowed her pain instead. Nini is coming back. I know he is. Despite Satsuko being like 11 here, if even? Yeah. I'm waiting for him. And when he comes back, I will apologize for depending on him so much. So, I won't give up until that day comes. I'll never depend on him again, ever. No matter what kind of hardships I have to endure, I won't ask him to help me. I won't call for help. I won't cry. I won't scream. If I cry, Nini will comfort me. So, I'm going to endure this by myself. You, what do you think you're saying? If it's fun for you, go ahead. Stab me as much as you please. But if you think I'm going to cry for Nini, well, too bad. I will not cry. Ever. If you refuse to believe me, then try it. Nini is watching me. He's watching me endure this. You'll see that I'm not like I was before. And when he sees that, he's going to come back. Come on, try it. I will not cry. Try to see how strong Satsuko Hojo is. I'm gonna fucking cry. Shit. I'll show her. Like that and that and that. Nini, you're watching me, right? I've become so strong. This won't bring me down. This is nothing. This won't make me cry. This hurts Shion even more if Satsuko had just started insulting her or trying to roast. Yeah, that's the thing. This is like getting like really under under her skin. I won't cry for your help. I can endure this. I'm going to endure. This is nothing compared to what you had to go through for me. Shit. Yeah, the worst thing for Shion is to make her think that she's in the wrong. Why doesn't she feel the pain? Doesn't it hurt? No way it doesn't. I've been stabbing her so much and the knife went so deep. Her blood has poured to the ground. I've been turning her flesh inside out. How can she still talk that way? Why doesn't she cry and scream? After Satsuko said what she wanted to say, shut her mouth. Didn't say a word after that. No matter how much I stabbed her, twisted the knife, tore at her, and ripped out her flesh, didn't even... What in the world is this? This isn't the Satsuko. Satsuko was never as strong as this. If Satsuko was this strong, she wouldn't have been a burden to Satoshi-kun. Why wasn't she as strong before? It's too late. Everything is too late. This idiot maturity came far too late. Her blood made my hands slippery and I dropped the knife. It's covered in blood from it. Satsuko was still enduring. She was enduring this cruelty so she could display her strength. I couldn't defeat Satsuko. I couldn't crush her. Satsuko had achieved her goal. She had become independent, so she didn't need Satoshi-kun. She still believes Satoshi-kun will come back one day. She looks forward to a day when she can show her brother how strong she had become. But Satoshi-kun hasn't seen any of that. Instead, I, who have never even thought Satoshi-kun would come back, was the one who witnessed her strength. What was I thinking? I thought Satoshi-kun was dead. No, I assumed he was. Why did I? I never even thought of waiting for him. I didn't even believe he would come back. Didn't wait. I tried to avenge him, but I guess all I really did was forget about him. And the very last word of the sentence cuts out. Me. Let me fuck. It's like half the word. Okay, okay. There you go. I tried to avenge him, but I guess all I really did was forget about him. Satsuko is different. Well, don't worry, Madden. We're like, this is a 14 chapter story, and we are on chapter 13 now, so it's okay if you don't really, we don't really get it. She never even thought he was dead. No, maybe she did a little. But even so, she waited. She waited for a day when she could show him how much she'd grown. She waited patiently. What about me? I didn't do anything. I wanted to forget about my sadness, so I tried to find my enemy. Mariana's trench is quite deep, yes. I became a demon, using revenge as an excuse, so I didn't have to think like a human. I lost. I couldn't endure the pain of waiting for Satoshi-kun, so I chose to become a demon. In other words, I got rid of my soul, the soul that loved Satoshi-kun. In other words, I got rid of Satoshi-kun himself. Satsuko won. While she had been gritting her teeth before, her mouth had gone slack. Her eyelids were half shut. I could see her, but I could see her eyes a little. They looked like she was dreaming about something happy. Satoshi-kun was there in her eyes. Satsuko endured until Satoshi-kun came for her. Satsuko ran up to Satoshi-kun. She jumped onto him. Satoshi-kun hugged her, and they spun around. You can cry now. Satoshi-kun told Satsuko that, and she cried very hard. Satoshi-kun rubbed her head so gently. We'll be together forever. Too late, Satoshi, we're all already crying. I've been crying. He said that and continued to rub her head so gently, so gently. Satoshi-kun, I was waiting for you too. Shut up, Shion. What meaningless words. He was already dead inside of me. I've never believed in our reunion. How pitiful of me to say that. Just because I saw Satsuko and Satoshi-kun together again. I was waiting for you too. How you killed basically everybody he ever cared about. I was waiting for you too. Yeah, totally. Oh wait, no. No, it's 12 because I'm pretty sure it's pretty clear that Satsuko is dead. So That's another murder charge. As Satoshi-kun hugged Satoko, his eyes met mine. Shion, Satoshi-kun said, I asked you a favor. What favor? I tried to remember. What kind of favor did Satoshi-kun ask me? He asked you to... I mean, it's 50-50. Shion could just be in the Lululand again, yeah. But, like, there's no way, like, Satoko can survive her injuries. Like, she's as good as dead. He asked you to look after Satoko. Yeah, she's dead. She was dead about 30 stabs ago, yeah. Satoshi-kun looked at me so sadly because I couldn't remember. That sad look tore my heart to shreds. The blood flowing out from me wasn't as pretty as Satoko's blood. My blood was a slimy liquid, like vomits with filthy chunks of food in it. That was what filled my body. Whether it's a real court curse or somebody's conspiracy, I won't disappear, and I won't fall victim to it. You won't disappear. Yes, this current Madden has a leash on. It used to be untamed. No, not until I buy that teddy bear. I'll get the money pretty soon. I won't go anywhere until then. Yes, Madden's a good boy now. A memory of the past, but when? Ah, of course. This is a memory of the day before last year's Watanagashi. Satoshi-kun called me on the phone then. My aunt is home. I have to go. Oh, okay. Mion? Huh? His aunt was home, so I'm sure he wanted to hang up as quickly as possible. Satoshi-kun paused and spoke. Satoshi, I was waiting for you. Shion, I asked you literally one thing, and you not only killed my sister, but my friends and several innocent people. Like, fine. Okay, you get a pass on your grandma. Your grandma was a right bitch. But, like, everybody else, come on. Nah, everything else here, yeah, no, there's no excuse for everything else. I'll leave Satoko to you. Everybody else is tangentially related to it. The app is, yeah. My knees and elbows started to shake. My teeth clattered and my fingers were shivering. Satoshi-kun asked me to... what have I done? I couldn't wait for Satoshi-kun to come back, so I filled myself with evil thoughts and acted as I pleased. It's wild, you asked you that a year ago. I didn't believe he'd ever return. I even forgot about Satoshi-kun's last request. How can I say I love him? I just wanted to forget about my feelings of loss, so I made myself all bloody. How can I welcome him back now? I didn't believe Satoshi-kun would come back. I mean, let's be real, you're probably never gonna see Satoshi ever again, cause like, Shion, you're not seeing heaven. You ain't going to heaven. I'm sorry. sorry homegirl. Like, straight. Nah, Now she's got a seat reserved at the bar downstairs. Like, nope. I didn't believe Satoshi-kun was alive. I didn't believe he was alive, so I thought he was dead. I believed in his death. I killed him in myself. Nobody else did. I did that. But Satsuko still believed until the very end. And she was rewarded in her final moments. Satsuko wasn't here anymore. She had no more need for her bloody, painful shell. But I'm still here. Trapped in my body, tainted flesh, by bloody, tainted flesh. I'm going to rot inside of it. Satoshi-kun was waiting for both Satsuko and me. As far as we know, he's just missing. That's true. He was never confirmed dead. For all we know, he left and he's just laying low because, you know, he did murder his aunt, so maybe he was just laying low until like the police stopped looking for him, and then maybe he was gonna like come back and take Satsuko to wherever he's at now, you know? Who knows, maybe that person they saw. I have to dip for a while and I have no idea when I'll be back. That's okay, Chinny. And Xiao never saw a body either. She never confirmed that Satoshi was dead. Take care, Chinny, though. Have a good day. But to be reunited with Satoshi-kun, we had to keep our promises. Satsuko's promise was to be strong. Satsuko kept that promise until the bitter end, and Satoshi-kun embraced her. My promise was to take care of Satsuko for Satoshi-kun. I never kept the promise from the beginning. Therefore, Satoshi-kun will never embrace me. Even if I were to rub Satsuko's wounds and ask her if they hurt, that wouldn't mean anything. That was when I felt something behind me. It wasn't Satoshi-kun or the thing that scared me before. I didn't know who it was. But it was right there, criticizing me for my mistakes. She literally didn't even think about how Satsuko felt until she physically killed her with her own 2 hands. Right? Alright, well also, if it's just an hour, then I'll probably still be here. Oh my gosh, is he aware of us? Is it us? Because I've been criticizing you for a minute, girly. Then, I finally realized that thing is me. I had always been here, standing beside myself and watching me break that promise. Satoshi-kun asked me to take care of Satsuko, yet I didn't keep that promise. I had been watching that happen. I cried and gave up on myself. Wait, Satoshi-kun gave up on me, and I gave up on myself. What will happen to me now? Xian still professionally trying to dodge accountability like it's a floor. No, Madden. I read all of your messages. I just choose whether or not I want to respond or not. No, I see everything. I don't want to be in this darkness. I don't want to be all bloody. Please don't leave me. If I give up on myself, what will happen to my body? There will be nothing left. The only thing I'll have left is in me is an evil demon. It's a critical decision every time. Perception roll. Yes, hi, hello. promo vendor. Thanks for becoming a pack rabbit. Welcome. Ah, I get it. I've known it for a long time now. I am nothing but a demon. I think she's rolling. She's gone. A demon doesn't feel sad. Okay, we were like we were like right on the cusp of accepting reality, but she decided nah, back to the Lululand. Back to the Lululand. No more. Don't like reality. The Lululand it is. Yeah, no, she's on a swan dive into the deep. Yeah, there's no coming back from that. She's gone. A demon's heart can never be in pain. A demon doesn't cry. Shion was still apologizing. I believe she believed that was the only way for her to save Satsuko. She's literally accepted that she's a demon. Yeah. Her voice was growing hoarse and weak. Shion, you don't need to count anymore. Good job. I guess she realized what happened to Satsuko. Shion cried in her cell. Being a demon isn't that bad, huh? I never knew how fun it would be to see other people cry and scream. I've already had plenty of fun in this human world. Maybe soon I'll kill myself and go back to hell. But don't worry. I'll make sure I'll kill you first. That's why I'm here after all. Demons are pleased when they see people cry and grieve, see? Wait, you like Kei-chan, don't you? Okay. I'll rip Kei-chan apart before your eyes. What a great idea! I'll kill you, and myself after that. Onigafuchi village is a village of demons. Demons came out of the swamp and attacked the village. I'm going to act like those legendary demons and wait for Oyashiro-sama to judge me. That'll be a suitable disaster for Hinamizawa, don't you think? Dear Lord. And now she's calling Kei-chan now. She's done all that. She's like calling Keiichi like nothing happened. What the fuck? Dear God. She just finished all that, took a shower, fresh set of clothes. Okay. Now let's call Keiichi. What the fuck? Kei-chan. It's me. It's Shion. You took a long time to pick up, but I thought you weren't home. I was about to hang up. Sorry. I was just in the bath. Wouldn't your family pick up for you? Please, demon, no more. Be gone, demon. Evil spirits be gone. Could your parents be out right now, Kei-chan? Well, no, they're not really. Anyway, have you heard? About Rika-chan and Satsuko? No. What happened after that? Were they found? No. They haven't found them yet. Kei-chan, please don't lose hope. Rika-chan and Satsuko, they were kidnapped, weren't they? Yes. I don't think there's much doubt. Rika-chan and Satsuko were... no, I mean... I'm sorry. About the mayor. What do you think happened after he was kidnapped? Do you think he's still alive? Keiichi sounded confused. He wanted to believe Satoko and Rika were still alive, which is why he was asking. Keiichi was just like Satoko. Unless the culprit was after money, the abductee would usually get killed right away. I don't know whether to feel sorry or angry at Keiichi. I mean, he's kind of... Yeah, I perfectly agree that this girl's sick, but now she's telling him not to lose hope is beyond above. Like, wow. I'm really enjoying the story, I guess, because I wouldn't be so impressed and thinking of it this much. It's almost impressive how evil she is. It's like... It's very, like... I think it's good, because, like, it could be very... She's, like, kind of cartoonishly evil, but, like... Not to the point where it becomes too outlandish, you know? I'd never assumed they'd still be alive. It's not too far, but it almost... Out there, it almost seems like a very real scenario. Yeah, I mean, there are people who like, have spiraled like this and have gone on, like, rampages like this. Yeah, no, she's like malicious and vicious, but has raised to a point where she's literally taking pleasure in the suffering. Yeah. Yeah, see, it does seem it's quite believable, yeah. But Keiichi is still trying to hold on to a little hope. I could feel his strength. It was much greater than mine. I'm a demon, so I didn't come up with an excuse. So I'm thinking the whole, like, I'm a demon thing is just basically her running away from taking accountability for what she's done. Instead of just assuming, like, instead of just owning up to, like, what she's done is terrible and trying to atone for it in any meaningful way, she's just like, you know what, I've already come this far, so, you know, I'm done. She could also, I think she also just went insane and also believes that she's a demon now. Like, genuinely. A part of Higurashi is how believable it is when these characters go crazy. It's not just one big thing that causes them to spiral, it's a bunch of little events. Yeah, like we saw, it was like first she meets Satoshi and she becomes really obsessed with him and really attached to him. And then she notices being abused, and then she blames Satsuko for it. And then he goes missing, and then and then it just keeps adding up and adding up and adding up, and now her brain is like snapped like raw spaghetti. I think he was killed. Hey, wait. That was abrupt. I think it must be really hard to kidnap someone and keep them like they are. As long as they're not hostages, it'd be most practical to kill them once you're done with them. Kill them? So readily? I mean, what's a human life or two anyway? It's a horrible thing, but that's probably what happened. If the mayor was killed, did that mean the same happened to Rika-chan and Satsuko? Fell asleep for like 10 minutes. Nice. Seeing the other characters when they snap is always a believable descent into insanity because you learn how they think, how they see things, how they react to things. Oh yeah, because like, remember in chapter 1 when like Keiichi just keeps getting paranoid? Like he doesn't just like get paranoid one day. It's like he slowly, one thing happens and then another thing happens and then another thing happens. And then he's just... Love how nonchalant she is about all of this while Keiichi is losing his mind. Right? She's just like, yeah, I think they're dead. And he's like, what? And she's like, yeah, there'd be no reason to keep them alive. And he's like, what? He's dead or whatever, I guess. Oh well. Boring. They aren't some random old man. That was Rika-chan. That was Satsuko. They couldn't kill them so easily. Shion could. Keiichi was still refusing to believe what I said. He fought so hard because he didn't want to kill his friends within him. I wasn't like that. I killed Satoshi-kun within me so easily. I blamed Shion for not protecting Satoshi-kun, but I killed him so easily. It's probably better to think that Rika-chan and Satoko-san ended up the same way. Oh, he's crashing out. Are you done? Jeez, that was loud. Calm down. Keiichi roared and cried. It was like their deaths were physically agonizing to him. Why? Why kidnap someone and then kill them? Screw curses! Are people's lives really that cheap? Okay. I'm gonna take a really quick water break because my throat is a little scratchy and I forgot to bring water at my desk again. So I will be right back. Think Shion partially knows she's a horrible person, but there's no redemption for her anymore. She's also trying to dodge the guilt and accountability by running into the Lulu. Yeah, because we already know she's a person who has a tendency to like cope with like fantasies and stuff. So like when you mix that with like murder, you're just gonna get a lot. Yeah. Okay, I'll be right back. Hey, is my mic on? Hello. Am I muted? Or are we good? I'm muted? Oh, wait, no. Wait, no, if I was muted, you wouldn't hear that. you That's crazy. Erasing them and killing them without a second thought like this? You're right. You're absolutely right. It would take a demon. I laughed at myself. I was sure Keiichi didn't notice. Hey Shion, please tell me. Why did Hinamizawa start needing someone to die at the night of Watanagashi? That's what I'd like to know. The fighting over the dam project is already over and done with. Haven't enough people been cursed already? Why is it? Why? If there's a reason, then say it now. I understand how you feel, Kei-chan, I really do. The dam project ended a long time ago. Yet, murders and disappearances keep happening every year under the guise of Oyashiro-sama's curse. Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you do, Shion. Why? Why is it happening? Some of them had nothing to do with it, and some of them didn't deserve to be cursed, so why? Yeah, you'd know all about that, wouldn't you? Why? That's what I'm asking you. I don't know. I don't know that. I want to know that as much as anyone. Of course. The curse of Oyashiro-sama never existed. It was just a bizarre environment that allowed people to kill in the name of Oyashiro-sama. The environment and nothing more. Nothing would have happened unless there were demons who danced within it. Listen, Oyashiro-sama's curse never existed. It's too unrealistic. Just like you said, someone in the village is using the guise of Oyashiro-sama's curse as a justification for continuing these murders and disappearances every Watanagashi. They were cunning. They've been using the curse as a convenient tool and made a system where they could get rid of 2 enemies in the village every year. And this year, that system killed Takano-san and Tomitake-san. Then why wasn't that enough? Why did the mayor and Meika-chan and Satsuko have to get killed too? I don't give a shit about the past. The only thing I care about is why Rika-chan and Satsuko needed to be killed. Why was that? I didn't say a word to Satsuko, you know? Why even her? Why? Because they made Shion angry. Not that that is a cardinal sin deserving of capital punishment. Satoshi-kun was speaking through Keiichi's mouth. How could I respond? I didn't know what to say. I could feel only myself being stabbed by the sharpness of these words. Kei-chan, please stop being mean. I don't have any idea what's going on either. Everything changed when we went into the ritual storehouse that night. Stop being mean. Ah, whoopsie, whoopsie daisy. I killed them because they upset my precious little Phoebes. Crazy. When I heard that Takano-san and Tomitake-san had been killed that night, I doubted my ears. Then I realized it instantly. I realized what sort of a position I was in now. The four of us snuck in there. Kei-chan, you and I won't be so conveniently forgiven. When I thought about that, it made my chest so tight. It was so terrifying. You know that feeling, Kei-chan, don't you? She's playing so hard to be his friend so you can get around him. Yeah. That's why I confessed everything to Uncle Kimiyoshi. He wasn't mad. He smiled and told me if I was really sorry, I'd never be demoned away. He really did smile at me and told me to leave it to him. I remembered Uncle Kimiyoshi speaking ill of Satoshi-kun. I killed him, but everyone in Hinamizawa did that. I wasn't the only one at fault. When did you let the mayor know? Huh? I'm sorry, Shion. It must seem like I'm kicking you while you're down, but... Shion, you told him, right? You told old man Kimiyoshi, the mayor? Yes? When did you let him know? Huh? Keiichi's tone was becoming sharper. Oh? The edge was cruel, but it was a sharp conviction. It wasn't a dull edge that caused excessive pain. It had a clean, pleasant sharpness to it. Did you know that the mayor had a severe case of hemorrhoids and had gone to the hospital for treatment? Kei-chan? What does that have to... Please answer me. If you don't know, then just say so. I knew that. He had hemorrhoids. It looked like sitting down was really hard for him. He was going to the hospital. You know which hospital, right? I'm sorry. I don't know much, but... Kei-chan, what does this have to do with... I want to ask you straight. Shion, when did you tell the mayor about everything? When and where? Sounds like he's testing her, yeah. You can give a rough answer, but please give me one. Kei-chan, why are you asking that? Very good, Keiichi Mibara. You know who I am, don't you? That was impossible. The day the mayor disappeared. From dawn until he vanished. There was no opportunity for you to contact him. That's... The mayor left first thing in the morning for his examination at the university hospital all by himself, without telling anyone. Shion, you said you just don't know what hospital he went to. So you couldn't have contacted the mayor until he got back. Isn't that right? His train back was delayed by an accident, and he didn't return to his house until the meeting was about to start. So there was no time for you to have told him before the meeting started either. Shion, did you go to the meeting too? Did you attend him and tell him there? If you didn't, then there wouldn't have been any time left. After the meeting was over, the mayor disappeared on his way home. Actually, with the meeting, You didn't even go to the part-time job you said you went to that day. I'll cut to the chase. You haven't been seen since we were at the library together. Kei-chan? Well... Shion Sonozaki disappeared the day after Watsunakashi. I mean, yes, Shion did disappear, but that's the Shion that you believe is Mion. So like, oh my gosh, cause for you guys, so if you don't know, in the second game, that's like Keiichi's perspective of this. I had thought that Mion had switched with Shion, and it turns out that that was true, but only partly true. That's actually quite clever, actually. I like how when stories do clever twists like that, without like making you feel stupid. Hello radio, how are you? Bingo, Kei-chan, I'm impressed. Oishi-san says you've been missing. Despite that, you've been calling me every night like this, haven't you? Please, Shion. If something I said was wrong, please say so. Shion, I'm begging you. Corner me even further. Corner me so the demon inside can't come up with excuses so that it can't escape. Shion, there's no way you could have seen the mayor, but if you did see him, the only time I could have possibly have seen him on that day was... And you saw him after
subscribing.
Ah. Claudia, thanks for the gifted sub. Much appreciated. It could only have been right before you disappeared, or else afterward. Click. I screeched and screeched with laughter, then slammed down the phone. Very good, Kei-chan. That's right, it's me. I'm the one. Hurry and corner me. Hurry and let me be free. Was he going to tell the police, or was he going to come here by himself? I wondered which it would be. If the police came, I'd struggle as much as possible. I'd see how good Oishi would be at catching a demon. If Kei-chan came here alone, that wouldn't be smart of him. He couldn't complain about being eaten by a demon then. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him gruesomely while Shion watches. Therefore, Kei-chan, you shouldn't hold back. I only ever thought you were just a funny guy. I never thought I could expect so much from you. It took them a long time to come for me. I had to wait until the following morning. I opened the gate without checking who was ringing the doorbell. I didn't even care who it was. If it was the police, that'd be fine with me. If it was Kei-chan, could he defeat me? Keiichi and Rena were there. Well, this is unusual. Aren't you two going to school? We stayed home today. Kei-chan is one thing, but you two, Rena? You two are such troublemakers. The one who donated to sell, why didn't I not catch the great white shark? RNG. I laugh. Well, let's not just stand here. Come on in. I didn't think Rena would come. I thought it would be either the police or Kei-chan alone. I'll try tricking Kei-chan into coming with me into the underground storehouse. Rena, why don't you figure out what I'm attempting to do and stop me? You too, Kei-chan. If you figured out I was Shion, why don't you try to figure out the rest? I will act like a demon. I will struggle until the very last moment. So don't hold back. Please don't hesitate to kill a filthy demon like me. Mion. First, I have something to apologize for. You do? What for? Well, on the night of Watanagashi, the ritual storehouse behind the shrine, I went in there. I did not expect this to start with an apology. Okay, so he admitted to his sin of entering the ritual storehouse. I guess that was manly of him. I don't even care if the storehouse is forbidden anymore. Whatever. That rule came from those who believed it was a sacred place at all. Leon, you called Rika-chan and Satoko the day before last, didn't you? I don't remember doing so. If you have a reason to think so, could you let me hear it? It was the evening before dinner time? Rika-chan should have come here, bringing a big bottle of soy sauce to have you share some with her. Rena spoke with confidence. She wasn't even trying to gauge my reaction. She was simply telling me the truth. That cleverness was very pleasant to see. What do you think that? It's not hard to understand. Mi-chan, you saw it too, didn't you? Rika-chan's room? There was chilled tofu, but no soy sauce. Plus, the big bottle of soy sauce that should have been under the sink was nowhere to be found. What? Is that why she would have come here? Rena sure is sharp. I tried to beat around the bush, but she was confident in her conclusions. She was concerning me. She was doing such a great job, too. It really put me at ease. Okay, demon. Rena knows what she's talking about. Rena confirmed to be the ultimate detective. What kind of excuse are you going to come with now? It's a long explanation, so I'll get to the point. The contents of the refrigerator provided a vivid account of what you said over the phone when you lured her out. There it is. This game is over. Rena, I was right about you. I don't like you. You really are just too sharp. Shion is so obtuse that she never even recognized this side of you. That's... I had no idea I had such an incredible detective right next to me the whole time. I can't believe you'd figured out everything, down to the phone conversation, just from what was inside the fridge. You've got me there. You've got me. I laughed like crazy. I laughed because I was having so much fun. I sensed the poison inside my stomach dissipating, and felt free and refreshed. Mion, The police have suspected you for a long time now. Oishi's officers have had the house under observation so that they could break in at any time. Kei-chan was threatening me. He was telling me I couldn't run or resist, so I should just surrender and accept my fate. You weren't doing that intensely enough though, Kei-chan. Shouldn't you grab my collar and knock me to the ground? Today is the day I'm prepared to die. After that, they went easy, because they just wanted to know the reason why Mion committed such crimes. You all are being too lenient about this. I'm a demon. I'm a murderer. Are you saying that if you can understand the reasoning, murder is okay? A demon is a demon. A murderer is a murderer. Whether their motive is to have fun, to live, or take revenge, it makes no difference. Why do you even want to know that? Don't you just want to tackle me and take me to the police? Look here. The demon is trying to deceive you. It's a pleasure to meet you both. I am the successor of the Sonozaki family, Mion. Welcome to the Sonozaki family's house today. I'd like to greet you on behalf of our leader, or you. You seem to want to ask various questions. I'd like to answer everything as clearly as possible. I then told them about the strange events that led to Onigafuji village becoming Hinamizawa, which Takano-san had told me before. About half of it was the truth, and the other half was completely made up. I just made it sound like it was only natural that their best friend committed such a gruesome crime. Keiichi and Rena were both overwhelmed by the history of Onigafuji village, which was swallowed by its gloomy fate. Oh well. I guess I made it sound interesting enough. I'm sure they enjoyed hearing me tell the story. But, you know, I'm the one who committed the incidents that happened in the present time. What was the point in listening to these old folk tales? Are you thinking it'll make your best friend's crime easier to swallow? You're just trying to satisfy yourselves. I'm a demon. I'm a murderer. I have sinned. These old folk tales have nothing to do with the crimes I've committed. The way these two listened to me so intensely almost made it fun. I told them that people used to make canned human meat and conducted gruesome research during the war. Those are things Takano-san told me. Hey, you two. Haven't you realized yet? Haven't you realized that what I'm talking about has nothing to do with what you're dealing with right now? Are you both look so serious. You two are such fools. Xian is so non-paused by actual kindness that she honestly doesn't deserve. That she has zero idea how to react. Yeah. So that Hinamizama village might once more be like Onigafuji village, so that me again must be a secret existence worthy of worship. That's the message of those who inherit the demon of the Sonozaki family. Those who inherit the demon? For generations, the Sonozaki family has had a custom of including the character for demon in the names of its successors. If you write out my name on your hand, it should appear plain as day. Okichi tried to write Mion on his palm. Oh, she's right. The character for demon is in there. Not only in my name either. The demon is engraved on my body as well. I stood up to make it. I stood up. I stood up and made to show my bare back. Of course, I didn't actually have a tattoo there. It's okay, Mion. You don't need to show us, okay? Thank you. I laughed a little. Hey, they must really believe that I'm their best friend, Mion. My goodness. The demon has won already. They were doing so well at the beginning, too. I eventually sat down, and after I finished telling my made-up tearjerker stories, it's your loss if you all shed any tears now. I looked at Keiichi. He wasn't crying. May the power of Christ compel you, demon. But he was overcome by emotion. I looked at Rena. Surprisingly, she still maintained an aggressive look, showing me her will to fight. But Rika-chan and Satoko-chan, you killed them, didn't you, Mi-chan? You're good, Rena. You know what I just told you isn't an excuse for murder. Rena's about to jump the table and throw hands. You usually act like such a goofball, but that's not how you really are. You sure are something. You're far sharper than Shion. I'm not saying that it's okay if you killed other people. Regardless, Mi-chan. You killed Rika-chan and Satoko-chan. I'm not trying to justify what I've done. I have a demon inside me. The demon is in my name, in my body, and also in my soul. But the demon isn't the one who killed them. I did. Mion Sonozaki did. Rika-chan and Satoko died because Mion wanted them dead. That'll never change. You're right, Rena. Come on, Rena. Try to figure out who I really am. You still believe Shion, my victim, is the real culprit. Poor Shion. I'm making Rena believe that you're responsible. That was it for Rena, though. She couldn't figure out that I was Neon. Please, turn yourself in. Rena spoke to Neon. We'll go with you. We'll never leave a friend by herself. Ah, crying children or Rena are the only things I can't beat. Too bad, Rena. I've won. Well, I'm aware of how serious my crimes are. Even if they accept me turning myself in, I'll probably never be able to come back here. I don't know, you've beat your fair share of crying children, Shmio. I'd like you to hear one last selfish request. What is it? 30 minutes is fine. Just leave me some time alone with Kei-chan. Shion, look at your crying. Keiichi looked startled to suddenly hear his name. You're so insensitive, Keiichi. That's what made my sister cry. Keiichi-kun, is that okay with you? If you don't want to, then I won't make you. She's right. It's okay if you don't want to. After all, I am a demon. Kei-chan is a bona fide human. We moved here from somewhere else. For us to be compatible. As long as Oyashiro-sama doesn't exist to mediate, it simply isn't possible. Keiichi hesitated a little. Come on, Kei-chan, condemn me. Condemn me and tell me you'd never go. Sure. It's fine. Thank you. Fool. I'd like to thank you too, Keiichi-kun. Rena stood up, As promised, she made to leave.
あ、いいよレナ。
It's fine, Rena.
ここで待っててく
You
れ
can
る？
wait right here.
ケイちゃんとは庭をぐるりと回りたいだけだか
I
ら。
just want to go around the garden with Kei-chan.
退屈だったら私の部屋へ行けばいい。
If you're bored, you can go to my room.
漫画とか好きに読ん
You
でく
can
れ
read
る？
any manga you like.
なんだったらお気に入り
And
の
if
単
there
行
are
本
any
丸ご
volumes
と
you
持
want,
ってってもいい。
you might as well take them.
嫌だよ。
Don't want to.
みーちゃんの本は
Mi-chan's books belong to Mi-chan.
勝手にレナの家に持って帰れない。
Rena couldn't bring them home with her so freely.
あんたは
You're such a good kid.
こんな時に
Only
限ってい
at
い子
times like this. I took Rena's head and rubbed it like Satoshi-kun used to do to me.
じゃあ
Okay,
行こう
let's go.
ケイちゃん。
Kei-chan? Feel free to loot my sister's room. Right? Because it's not even her room. The game was over. Too bad, Rena. At least it was more fun than if Kei-chan came alone. If he did. He could have asked me to run away with him after hearing my stories. Okay, better not go along with this. Rena's eyes were like those of a judge. In those eyes, I sensed both affection and observance. I said 30 minutes, so she would probably only wait for 30 minutes. If I took even a second longer, she'd call Oishi. I'm a little disappointed. A poor judge, but a judge nonetheless. She still thinks I'm Neon. She didn't manage to see through me. I thought someone like her would see the demon in me. I guess I was wrong. Too bad. Keiichi followed me after putting his shoes on.
腕組んでもいいかな。
Can I hold your arm? Such a humble request.
別に構わないぞ。
I don't mind. I took Keiichi's arm. That wasn't... It was as warm as Satoshi-kun's. I felt a little bewildered.
私に腕を組まれたら、
Do you get kind of nervous with your arm through mine?
例えば
You're not thinking, for example, that that suddenly puts you in a world-class joint lock or anything?
姉妹揃ってる
Oh
友達
boy,
同士
Keiichi about to find out. You two say the same things.
思わないよ。
I don't think that
全然。
at all. He was remembering the time I held his arm in town.
シオンもケイちゃんのこと
I
も好
think
きだよ。
Shion likes you, Kei-chan.
そうなんだ。
I see. Hey, I remember Satoshi is probably alive and I killed everybody he's ever cared about other than like 2 people, but hey, let's try and flirt with Keiichi. Not because I like him, just because I want to fuck with my sister. I just want to just like one final fuck you. I told them how my sister felt. Shion was with Satoshi-kun for a long time, but what they had was friendship. They never had anything more than that. That was why she fell in love with Keiichi. If I were in her position, I would have also fallen in love with him. If Shion was able to fall in love with him, then I could fall in love with him too. Keiichi smiled gently. I almost saw Satoshi-kun in that smile. The Keiichi I knew was worthless and superficial. I never realized he could smile like Satoshi-kun. Shion, you'd fall in love with a plastic bag if it accidentally showed you any kindness.
ミオンとシオンは仲は良
Mion
かった
and Shion, you got along well, didn't you?
さあ
Oh,
どうか
I
な。
wonder.
ケイちゃんは自分の右手と左手は
Kei-chan,
仲
do
がい
you
い
think
けど
your right hand and left hand get along?
え
Huh?
右手と
My
左手
right hand and left hand?
それは仲がいいとか
I
悪
don't
いと
think
か
you could describe them as getting along or not.
そういう関係だ
That's
から
how our relationship is.
仲がいいとか悪
You
いとか
can't measure it by how
そう
well
いう
we
尺
get
度では
along.
測れない関係。
We've been together since we were born. We've been living in this world as a pair. But I was Mion and she was Shion. Mion was treated specially, and I insisted on being her. Of course, that was unpleasant for Shion. Designed to be fair, we switched places all the time. We were probably different from other identical twins. We didn't only like the same things or do things the same way. We even managed to share our knowledge and experiences. I like how the game keeps calling her Shion too. When we talked about our experiences, we would share them. As Mion and Shion, we shared everything. That was why both of us as Mion and Shion. That's why each of us was both Mion and Shion at the same time. No, maybe Shion was the only one who thought that way. I was a little different than that. I was simply letting Shion be Mion once in a while. I was Mion, the successor to the Sonozaki family. I was supposed to be treated specially. I always thought that was my privilege. Just like how everyone tried to distinguish between Mion and Shion, I also tried to distinguish between us. For example, when one of your hands is dominant, so there'll always be a better hand. If you only had one oven mitt, you'd put it on your dominant hand without thinking, right? I think maybe it was like that for us. That doesn't mean, though, that anyone would be okay with losing their left hand. It's that kind of inexplainable relationship. I think that maybe you live too close together and stopped being able to see it, but I think that means you get along really well. Mion is helping her sister, Shion has taken up permanent residence in Duluth. I'm an only child, so the other day before the festival, I was really jealous of when you and Shion were messing around with each other. I think you're jealous of something that doesn't exist. Yes, we're twins. Yes, we twins used to have a lot of fun trading places with each other. But now that we have such distinctly different personalities, our resemblance only gets in the way. As an older sister, I felt I was mean for thinking that way. So as punishment, I became Shion. Who am I? I never had a solid identity in the first place. I was Mion, then I was Shion. I should have just accepted that. But something has changed. I don't even know if I'm Mion or Shion anymore. You're Shmion. Had I really been stupid enough to hope that Rena would figure that out for me? Shion is still alive. Shion would only know a lot being jealous about things that don't exist after all. Kind of a resident expert. Yeah. Really? Keiichi looked into my eyes and nodded quietly. Yeah. I've been thinking of giving her the most horrible death of all, so I kept her locked up. I never did think of a good way to do it, though. That was a lie. I had already come up with ideas. I have already begun to execute them. Yeah, so just chilling in the underground Sonozaki funhouse. Yeah. I dumped the hag in the well in front of Shion. I dumped Kimiyoshi and Rika in there. I even killed Satoko too. And right now I'm planning to kill Keiichi, who Shion fell in love with. I am a demon. Any such gruesome act is simply pleasure to me. That's when I felt a warm hand rubbing my head. It wasn't Satoshi's hand, but Keiichi's. Keiichi and Satoshi were totally different. Why did Shion fall in love with him? His rough hand didn't make me happy. That he understood my feelings was just my imagination. Shion's surprised to find bodies are in fact warm. You know, provided that the person is not dead. I wasn't happy. I didn't feel and it didn't feel good. It didn't.
来て
Come with me.
私の罪のすべてを見て
I
ほ
want
し
you
い
to
から
see all of my sins.
でもそれはケイちゃんに
Although
とって
Kei-chan,
こ
this
の上なく
might
辛
be
い
the
光
worst
景
thing
かも
you've
しれ
ever
ない
seen. I'm going to commit my final crime. I'm going to let you see it. I'm going to let Shion see it. When I do, are you still going to think I'm your best friend? Poor Shion. Kei-chan is going to die while thinking it's you who's killing him.
引き返すなら今だよ
If you want to turn back, now's your chance.
ケイちゃんの中の園崎美音がどんな人かは知らないけれど
Eats him down the wall like, don't worry, the bodies will catch you. We'll get a good look on the descent. If you want to turn back, now's your chance. I don't know what impression you have of Mion Sonozaki, but
中に入れば
it will surely change once you
そ
go
の美音は
inside.
きっと
変わらない
It'll never change.
何度だっていう
I'll say it as many times as I need to.
園崎美音は
Mion Sonozaki is the best friend I could ever have. You're such a fool. You don't sound cool at all. I don't understand human feelings because I'm now a demon. But I think I can understand why she loves you. I opened the iron door in the underground storehouse and beckoned Keiichi inside. Come on, Keiichi. This is obviously a trap, don't you see? This basement is transparently suspicious. Don't you think you should run into the police? But Keiichi was reckless. He swallowed, then stepped inside. She's still just as allergic to accountability as he ever did, throwing her sister under the bus with the same ease as she unfortunately draws breath. She's the worst. You really are a fool. We went down the stairs to the basement and led him into the underground torture room. Everyone is locked. Everyone is shocked their first time visiting this room. I used to be that way. Of course, Keiichi looked surprised too. But he was trying not to show it. Obviously, he wanted to express his shock at seeing this horrifying room. But he also knew that if he voiced that shock, that he would be rejecting his best friend, who was trying to confess her sins to him. So, he did everything he could to stifle his
大
surprise.
昔の当主の書き物によると
According to something a family head from a long time ago wrote,
血のしぶきってのは犠牲者に負担をかけない割にはインパクトがあるんだってさ
blood splatter has impact, despite the fact that it doesn't tax the sacrifice.
綿流しは見せしめのショーだったから
Watsunagashi was meant as a deterrent after
私
all.
のご先祖様たちはさまざまなショーを考案してたんだよ
My ancestors thought of all kinds of different showy torture.
そこが鑑賞席なんだ
That's a
よ
place for the audience.
綿流しは見せしめのショーだから
Watsunagashi is a deterrent after all.
客がいなきゃ意味がない
It wouldn't make sense if there were no guests. Keiichi smiled quietly as he listened to me. No matter what cruelty came out of my mouth, he would embrace me. Was he really the superficial Keiichi Meipara I knew?
みんなここで
Right here is where I killed everyone.
見てくれている観客はいなかったけど
There are no
私は
spectators to
綿流
watch
しを上手
me,
にやってみせた
but I held the Watsunagashi of my own.
いや
Well,
観客は
perhaps
一人
there
だけ
was
いたから
one spectator.
観客
A spectator?
私
Me.
私という鬼が
Me,
ミオンの
I
執
the
り行う
demon,
綿流しを
was
ずっと見て
watching the entire time Mion held the ceremony. I started to laugh. How many hints do you need, Keiichi? When are you going to figure out I'm not really your best friend? Come on, hurry up, you're running out of time. The game is almost over. This was a game. This was a game of murder. I had killed people, using my revenge for Satoshi-kun as an excuse. The demon was trying to capture Keiichi and kill him before Mion's eyes. But Keiichi had a chance. If he figured out I wasn't his best friend, then he'd win. If not, he was out. When did I come up with that rule? I guess it was sometime today. Or did I come up with it just a minute ago? Since the two of them weren't too bright, I decided to be easy on them, I guess. You're Mion's best friends, right? Don't you believe in her? Have you already made Mion into a murderer within yourselves? Why don't you try to protect the Mion within you? Why don't you try to believe that your friend can't be a murderer? If you could believe until the very end like Satsuko did, you would have realized I wasn't Mion, your best friend, but just someone who looks like her. But if you can't, if you still believe that I'm Mion, then you're just like me. I killed the Satoshi-kun within me so easily, and you will do the same. You don't deserve to live.
向こうが牢屋。
Back there is the prison.
シオンはそこにいるのか？
Is Shion there? You're not going to make it. Once we reach Shion's cell, your time is up. The demon will win.
シオン、
Shion?
シオンか？
Is that Shion?
ケイちゃん。
Kei-chan? Kei-chan, is that you, Kei-chan? Keiichi ran to the cell.
大丈夫か、シオン？
Are you alright, Keiichi? Are you alright,
怪
Shion?
我はしていないのか？
Are you hurt? No. No. Shion screamed. I was standing right behind Keiichi. It was time. My preparations to kill the boy she loves were complete. For her, this was going to be the worst possible torture.
落ち着け、シオン。
Calm down,
も
Shion.
う全部、
Everything is over now.
全部。
Everything. Keiichi tried to quell Shion's distress by talking to her in a calm voice. She's damaged her sister beyond repair. Yeah, absolutely. It was such a funny sight. Keiichi was the only one who had no idea what was going on.
シオン、
Shion,
ご機嫌はいかがだった？
how have you been? No more, please. No more. I don't want to see anyone else die. If you hate me, then just kill me already. I'm the one you hate most, right? Then kill me. Kill me right now.
お落ち着けって。
Calm down, Shion. Calm down, Shion.
終わったんだよ。
It's all over now.
大丈夫なんだ。
It's going to be alright.
だから落ち着け。
So calm down.
安心しなよ。あんたは
Relax.
殺さない。
I won't kill you.
まだまだ殺さないんだから。
No, I won't kill you just yet. It's game over. I gave you enough chances. You cornered me quite well once, but that was it. You couldn't figure out that I'm not your best friend, Mion. You couldn't believe that Mion isn't a murderer. Please stop. Don't kill Kei-chan. Kei-chan has nothing to do with this, doesn't he? If you're gonna kill someone, then kill me right now. I don't want anyone else to die.
そんなに死にたければ。
If you want to die that badly, after I've killed this man, I'll take my time making Mitsubi out of you.
古式にのっとり。
In accordance with the ancient
獅子の
rites,
先端から少しずつ
I'll do it slowly, starting with your extremities.
ガリゴリと削ってミンチにしてやる。
I'll save you down and mince you to
あの
bits.
肉引き器はあんたの
With
た
that
めに
mincing
取っておいてある
machine
んだ
set up, I had that mincing machine set up specifically for you after all.
それともそれでケイちゃんをミンチ
Or
に
would
し
it
て
be
やった方
funnier
が
if I were to
あんたには
mince
面白いか
up
な？
Kei-chan in front of you?
おい、いい加減にしろ。
Hey, quit it already.
今さら怖がらせてどうするんだ。
What do you have to gain by scaring her at this point? Keiichi, you're kind of fucking stupid. You're so fucking dumb. Kei-chan, run away! He's like, oh, why are you just scaring her? No, she means it. She's not playing. Here you are, demon. Go ahead and take my soul. I've been living my life to avenge Satoshi-kun, but that wasn't what he wanted from me. That was just for my own satisfaction. I couldn't even face Satoshi-kun. So I'll bring this to an end in the way I want. The world became a total mess. Satoshi-kun hates me and I hate myself too. The difference between the twins, Mion would die to spare her friends and Shion would pass the buck without even a single thought about it. Absolutely. I'm going to complete my revenge. I don't want anyone to sympathize with me. I won't pretend to be some tragic heroine either. I'm going to become a murderer that nobody could sympathize with. So please, grant me a suitable final moment. Grant a suitable final moment to me. A bluish-white flash filled the huge cave. Keiichi fell down like a doll. Shion reached out to him from the other side of the bars. She screamed at me not to kill Keiichi. Go ahead, cry and blame me. Don't even think of offering your forgiveness. I am the most rotten existence in this world. So please, grant me the worst possible ending. Shion begged me desperately to let Keiichi go. I simply abused her, slandered her, and disgraced her. The more Shion suffered, the deeper I'd fall into hell. It wasn't enough. It wasn't even close to being enough. Good night, Arlie. It wasn't deep enough to compensate for my sins. I dragged Keiichi to the table. I tried to put Satoko on and restrained him there. Keiichi began to move sluggishly. The stun gun must not have worked too well on him. Can you hear it, Shion? I'm going to get started now. Savor Kei-chan's fresh screams to your heart's content. At that time, I became aware of Keiichi's gaze, then I turned around to face Keiichi. Give it a fucking rest. Keiichi squeezed out those words. He sounded good. Like he was about to bite me. Awake at last, are we? I lied before, you know. About having wanted to give Shion the most miserable death of all. About locking her up because I hadn't thought of a good way yet. That was a lie. I smiled as I laid out the huge nails and hammers specifically made for the nail table. I'll let her hear the screams of the people that died because of her. And after they soaked her very soul, then I'll kill her. I've got pretty good taste, huh? Who are you? Huh? I'm Neon. Neon Sonozaki. Have you lost your mind from fear? No, you're not. There's no way you can be Neon Sonozaki. Oh, geez, took you long enough. And I stopped moving. Kei-chan? Shit. I decided the naming game would be over once we reached Shion's cell. Therefore, even if he guessed this time, it'd be too late. Oh well. Sure. I'll listen to you. This is your last chance. I see. Then if I'm not Neon, who am I? Come on, Kei-chan. Guess who I am? Why don't you try and save Neon, the girl who fell in love with you? A demon? Huh? You're not Neon. Neon was just here. Give her back. Kei-chan, is your brain really doing okay? You're not going crazy from fear? Don't touch me, you damn demon. Give her back. Give Neon back. My best friend. Give Neon back. I listened to him with a blank expression. I know it's nonsense to demand Neon's return when she's right in front of me. But this person in front of me can't possibly be Neon. I can't accept that. That's great. I'm not Mion or Shion. He doesn't even see me as my sister. No, wait, that's not it. Keiichi protected the Mion in his heart until the end. He didn't accept the fact that Mion was a murderer. Not just that either. He protected the Shion in his heart as well. He couldn't conclude that if Mion wasn't the murderer, then it must have been Shion. To Keiichi, Shion was someone who always made fun of Mion. But that was it. It wasn't like they've known each other for a long time. But Keiichi protected her. He protected Shion from being a murderer. That's why I'm a demon. I'm not Mion or Shion, huh? A demon, huh? A demon? That's stupid. But isn't that just right on the money? Kei-chan, are you trying to drown me in my own tears? However, Keiichi didn't back up. She's so lost in the sauce that she circled back to a temporary moment of clarity. However, Keiichi didn't back off. He kept screaming. He screamed so loudly that I could hear his voice, even when I was stuck inside of a demon. You can do it, Mion. Don't lose to this piece of shit demon. You're strong. Show me how strong you are. Surely he isn't talking to me knowing that I'm the real Mion, right? He's just confusing us again. There's no reason to let my heart be disturbed by Keiichi's screams towards Mion. Come on, Neon. Neon? Why did you lose to a demon like this? You're not that weak, are you? Don't give up. He's right. I didn't fight back. How did he know? How did he know I didn't fight back? I lost to the demon. After all, I'm weak. I'm not strong enough to defeat the demon. Even so, Keiichi continued to talk to Neon. His voice had become hoarse, and he began sobbing. He kept mumbling, Neon, Neon. Kei-chan? This may not be something pleasant to take to the grave with you. But you seem to really want to know, so I'll just tell you one thing. A long time ago, the demon came to live inside me. It was gnawing at my heart, trying to spur me to violence, but I suppressed it with my reason. The demon had become quiet, and I got to thinking it had gone away somewhere. But as it turned out, I was wrong. It hadn't left, it was just sleeping inside me. That was the truth. When I had learned about Satoshi's disappearance, my weak soul couldn't take the sadness, and anger filled me to the brim. But the insanity had stopped there. Time had healed me, and I embraced my memories with Satoshi-kun. The demon woke up again due to a certain small opportunity. Ugh. Gonna try and pass the buck one last time. Yep. Nothing's ever my fault. I didn't do anything wrong. Why would you think that? Oh! Oh, thank you for the raid. Zayo, thank you. Welcome, raiders. Hi. But I guess that didn't work. Oh, did it work actually? No, it didn't. Okay then. Oh, it did work. Oh, wait, no. There you go. I'm gonna pass out because I'm very drunk. Well, good night, Zayo. Thanks again for the raid. Much appreciated. Sleep well. What do you think the opportunity was? It was such a little thing. This might be strange for me, a demon, to say, but you're the reason that everything got so messed up. A tear rolled down my cheek. At that time, if you had given me that doll you got without hesitation, maybe everything wouldn't have gotten so twisted. You probably can't understand. I wouldn't expect you to. But you see, all sorts of things started falling over like dominoes after that. And soon it was too much for me to control. It only makes sense that you She's not passing the buck, she's victim blaming too. Awesome. Well, if there's one thing more that Shion likes than dodging accountability, it's victim blaming. It's gotta be up there on her top favorite things to do. It only makes sense that you wouldn't be aware of knocking her over in the first place. No, over the first one since it was so small. But you're the one who set them up. Kei-chan hadn't done If Kei-chan hadn't done something so insensitive, Shion wouldn't have cried. Shion cried and talked to me about it. That had reminded me of Satoshi-kun. I became jealous of her having someone she loved so close to her. It was a very small jealousy. But that feeling woke up the demon who was sleeping inside of me. After that, I just let the demon take over. The demon ate up all of the sadness from my loss to Satoshi-kun and filled my heart with the notion of revenge, even though I knew it wouldn't make Satoshi-kun happy. Then the scary incidents that followed dragged me to hell. From hence where there was no escape. That can't be, can it? It only makes sense you wouldn't be aware of it. Even so, Kei-chan, you are without a doubt the cause. If you had nonchalantly given me the doll that day, then I don't think this would have happened. Was I simply transferring the blame to Keiichi? Yes. Just a tiny thing woke up the demon. Such a tiny thing woke up the demon inside of me. Remember, kids, if you don't give a doll to the girl with the sociopathic sister, you'll get nailed to a table and murdered. Reasonable progression of events, really. The demon would have woken up eventually. I was at fault. I didn't fight back. I let the demon live in my soul. I let the demon possess me. Oh. Keiichi didn't hide his tears. They were pouring down his cheeks. It's a Christmas miracle she admitted fault for once in her life. Maybe I was crying in my place. Since I became a demon, I couldn't cry of my own will. Can I start now then? This method of torture is very simple. I'll nail one of those into the first joint of your left pinky finger. Then I'll nail each one. In order to get to your thumb. Until I get to your thumb, then I'll go back to your pinky nail. And nail one to the joint in the middle. So on until I hammer 15 nails into your left hand. When that's over with, I'll do your right hand next. After that, if you're still conscious, I'll tell you. There are a lot of nerves bundled in your fingertips, so it hurts far more than you can imagine. Some people apparently pass out before you finishing hammering 30 nails into their hands, so I put a nail to Keiichi's left pinky. I hit it once with the large hammer. Once I hit it with the large hammer, it would start, and it would be over. I didn't hesitate at all when I was torturing the others. But somehow when it's you, If this will satisfy your demon, Mion, if it will sate the demon, then do with me what you will. I didn't understand what he just said, so I tried to repeat his words in my head.
あんた本気で言ってるの
Are you serious?
俺が傷つけたミオンの痛み
Compared to how much I hurt Mion,
こんなの
this
大
is
したこと
nothing,
ない
right?
だろ気の済むようにするといい
Do as much as you want.
その代わり
In exchange,
二つ約束しろ
promise me two things.
俺を気が済むまで痛め
After you're satisfied with causing me pain,
シオンは許してやれ
forgive Shion.
細工殿に忍び込んだ
She's been punished enough to make up for her crime of sneaking into the storehouse, hasn't she?
あんたこの後に及んで
You. After all this,
心配ができ
you
る
still care about Shion more than yourself? I am Mion Sonozaki. So, why are my eyes growing so damp when hearing Keiichi show concern for Shion?
もう一つは
The other thing
気が済んだら
is that when you've had your
お前
fill,
は消えろ
you disappear.
その体を
Give that body
ミオンに返してやっ
back
てく
to
れ
Mion.
それだけだ
That's all. You know, you're
あんたって人には
not even considering possibly begging for your life or
そういう
anything?
考えを思い浮かばないの
約束
Can I ask you to promise 3 things instead of
三つに
2?
していいか三つ目は
The third is to leave me
俺を
alive.
殺すなにしてくれ
最初に2つって言ったで
You
しょ
said 2 in the beginning, didn't you?
だからもうダメ
Yeah, Keiichi's a silly guy. So, you can't have any
そ
more.
いつは残念
That's a shame. Even in this situation, Keiichi and I joked around and laughed. Then I knew. I knew why Shion fell in love with him. He's different from Satoshi-kun, but he's a good guy.
多分私は
I probably won't keep those promises, understand?
鬼だから
I'm a demon after all.
その時は仕方がない
Guess there's nothing I can do then. Keiichi smiled and closed his
ケイ
eyes.
ちゃん
Kei-chan?
今の3つ目
I'll
の
agree
願い
to
だけ
just the third thing,
聞いてもいい
okay?
よ
Huh?
1つ目の願い
Your first wish?
シオンを救うこ
To
と
save Shion?
これはもう無理
That's not possible.
シオンは鬼が殺し
The
てしまう
demon will kill her.
それはもう決められたことだ
It's already been decided, so I can't stop it.
だから諦めて
So, please give up on that. I stroked Keiichi's chin.
そして2つ目の願い
As for your second wish,
この体をミオンに
to
返
give
す
this body back to Mion,
これももう無理
that won't happen either.
今日を境に
After today,
ミオンが戻ってくる
Mion
ことは
will
ない
never come back.
今日以降もし
From the
私に
day
姿があ
on,
った
even if my body remains,
それは姿
it'll
だ
just be a shell.
私の姿を知った
Because the demon has taken it over.
そんなことはない
That isn't true.
ミオンは
Mion is Mion.
もう戻ってこない
Don't say such sad things.
悲しいことを言う
Like she won't ever come back.
聞こえる
Can you hear it?
あの音
That sound? I've been hearing a noise. I knew what it had to be. The dull sound was repeating in a regular rhythm. It was accompanied by a light tremor. There were people trying to force open the iron door to the underground storehouse.
帰りが遅いからレナが
You're
大
late,
石を
so
呼んだ
Rina probably called Oishi. That's crazy.
ぼやっとした感じの子がこんなに頭が
Knock knock, it's Mr. Delicious. That spaced out girl being so quick thinking is the one thing I don't appreciate.
それについては
I'll agree with you there. Really? I wonder how much Kei-chan really knows about Rena. Rena Ryukyu. I won this game. Rena couldn't figure out who I was until the end. Or maybe she did. She didn't seem confused about whether I was Mion or Shion. Perhaps Rena could tell Mion and Shion apart through their sense of smell. She was good at that kind of thing. No way. I'm overestimating her. I brought out my sun gun so Keiichi could see the
見たこ
sparks.
とないでしょ
If You've probably never seen one before, right?
本物のスタンガンに
It's a real stun gun.
かなり出力が上げられる
It's illegally modified, so its power has been increased quite a bit.
さっき俺に食らわせたのはそれか。
Rena's weapons grade autism is unmatched. Is that what you hit me before?
子供のおもちゃには向かねえぞ。
That's not a toy children should be playing with, you know?
そうだね
You're right. You must have broken the first door. The path is complicated, but there's no other door for the other door except for the one to this torture room.
殺さないけど
I won't kill you,
しばらくケイちゃんに
but I'll have you go to sleep for a bit, Kei-chan.
すぐに大石
Oishi
に
will be here soon.
ちょっとの我慢
This only hurt a bit. Keiichi bit down and smiled bitterly. I paused, hesitating a little. No tears, just streams. Yeah. Keiichi opened his eyes to see what was wrong.
ごめんね
Inside,
ミオを怪我して
for disgracing Neon.
ここに入る前に約束
I
した。
made a promise before coming in here.
何があっても
Whatever
俺の
happens,
中のミオンは
the
変わら
Neon
ない。
inside my heart won't change.
ミオ忘れて
Look, forget about that.
今日以降
If you ever see me
も
after
しも
today,
私を見かけても近寄らないで
don't ever come near me.
それは
By then, it'll be the demon
私の屍に取り付いた
that inherited my corpse.
鬼なんだから
Yeah, twice. Okay. We're getting there. Keiichi fell unconscious. I locked the door to the torture room. I locked the door to the huge cave, too. That should give me some time.
シオン
Shion,
さあ出ておいで
come on out. I opened the cell and told Shion to leave it. She was crying.
あんたがケイちゃんを見逃してほしい
You asked me to let Kei-chan go, so I
も
did.
うケイちゃんはスタンガン
He's
で
out cold because of the stun gun,
もうすぐ警官隊
The police should be here soon. so they'll set him free. Thank you. Thank you.
でもシオンに
You
は
still
まだ
have one more. You still have something more to do.
ここから脱出するの
Shion has to escape from here. I took Shion to the cell with the hidden passage.
その前に
Before that,
あんたにミオンを返す
I'll give Mion back to you.
脱げその服
Take those clothes off.
交換だよまた
We're switching again.
ほら髪のゴムバンド
Here, the rubber band for your hair. Shion had no idea what was going on, but she changed her clothes as I ordered her to. I gave her the flashlight, and she hung it around her neck.
あんたから先にどうぞ
You go first.
井戸の底にあるとかいう隠し通路を探すの
Find the hidden escape route at the bottom of the well. The light from the flashlight wasn't enough to entirely illuminate the way down. Nobody in their right mind would want to descend that well. But Shion obeyed and timidly climbed down the ladder. When she passed entirely below the rim of the well, I brought my stun gun and put it to Shion's head. Shion understood the meaning of that.
お姉ちゃん
Sis?
あんたの望み通りケイちゃんは救
To
わ
a
れ
flip. I didn't kill Kei-chan just as you wanted.
代わりにあんたを殺してもいいってことだったもん
You
ね
told me I could kill you instead, didn't you? I'm going to keep our
お
promise.
姉はちゃんと約束は守るよ
Shion's hands and feet were clinging to a very unstable ladder. There's no way she could protect herself. She was in a critical situation.
ミオンの格好をしたあんたはここから落ちておだぶつ
Ew. It looks like Mion. You, who looks like Mion, needs to fall to the bottom of this well and die.
私はシオンの格好だから
I look like Shion.
ケイちゃんが被害者だと
Kei-chan
主張してくれる
will testify that I'm the victim.
私は岩楼の中で警官隊
I'll
を
wait in the
助ける
I'll wait in the cell for the police to get here.
まあ指紋なんかで
I'm
バレ
sure
てた
they'll
ら
eventually figure out the truth from our fingerprints.
その頃には
But
どこか
by
に
the time they
身を
get that
隠してる
far, I'll be hiding somewhere else.
お姉もなかなかや
Pretty
る
good, huh?
私を殺すと
Killing me
サトシの
out of revenge for
復讐
Satoshi?
になるそこまで分かってる
If you know that much, then you should be prepared. Sorry for slandering Neon, but I'm also gonna slander her again like 5 minutes from now and blame her for this whole thing.
そ
Go apologize to Satoshi-kun at the bottom of the well.
おね
Sis,
この底にはね
Satoshi isn't at the bottom of the well.
いないよは
Huh?
あんたら言わなかった
Didn't she
こ
say?
こに捨てられてるって
The bodies get dumped down here?
その崎家で殺
All
さ
I
れてるわ
said
ここに捨てられ
was
てる
that
と
if he was killed at the Satoshi house,
そうは言った
this would be where his body would be.
この後に及んでややこしい
What are you
ことに
telling me
も
now?
うちょっとわかりやすくおねえに
Can't you be a bit clearer?
私もね
I also like
サトシのこと
Satoshi.
そりゃそうだ
Yeah, I'm sure.
私が好きになるく
I
らいだ
liked him after all.
だから
I was very sad when Satoshi disappeared,
私も悲しく
so I looked into things.
それで
And
バッチャにね
I interrogated Granny.
締め殺してやろうってくらいに
I even thought about throttling
そ
her,
したらバッチャが
and she told me.
次期当主にしか話さないよ絶対に
She said
内
she
緒だ
was
よ
only telling me as the successor, so I had to keep it a secret. What she said was something hard to believe. The hag said to Shion, the Sonosaki family had nothing to do with the disappearance of Satoshi-kun. Shion couldn't understand, so she asked again. The Sonosaki family held a lot of influence in the underworld because of our dad's connections. In fact, they used such illegal measures during the dam conflict. Therefore, she just assumed the Sonosaki family had pulled the strings when the dam construction incident took place. Even the hag laughed meaningfully and said suspicious things so everyone believed she was the mastermind. But it was all a performance. It was a hoax by the Sonosaki family head. What? It was just a bluff. The family took credit for the incidents to make it look like they were pulling the strings. With the influence they already had, this bluff was very believable. Therefore, people thought of the Sonosaki family as one that had deep connections in the underworld, and that they were capable of producing any sort of conspiracy. People have believed that since the dam conflict. Arya just smiled at things she had nothing to do with, as if she was pulling the strings. When the relatives saw that, they became fearful of Oryu's power. When the dam construction manager was killed, Oryu smiled meaningfully. When the relatives saw that, they assumed Oryu was behind it. When the Hojo couple fell off the cliff, when the Furude couple died violently, when Satoshi-kun's aunt and Satoshi died and Satoshi-kun disappeared, the hag just smiled meaningfully. Everyone believed the Sonosaki family was behind all these incidents. That's a lie. Are you trying to tell me the Sonosaki family had nothing to do with any of it? Arthethia got teased in Lua? I still haven't really picked up Lua again. She really just took the blame for everybody, huh? Yeah. How can I believe that? Impact frames? Nice. Look, I don't think Granny would lie. Especially about Satoshi's disappearance, since she said she knew nothing about it. Because Granny approved of the relationship between Satoshi-kun and you, remember? You ripped your nails off so she would forgive everything. Oh. She definitely wouldn't lie to the heir apparent of all people, yeah. And like when Kimiyoshi said like, oh. And like when Kimiyoshi said that Satoshi-kun wasn't like included in the nail thing, that was just his interpretation of it. After all, he wasn't even there when it happened, so he was just, you know? No, that's a lie. Don't try to fool me. Then Who made Satoshi-kun disappear? Ooh,
それだけはわかる。
that I don't know.
でもね、園崎家じゃない。
But it wasn't the Sonozaki family. She killed Oreo before she could even ask about it. Yeah,
ばっちゃんじゃない。
it wasn't Granny.
あんただって。
You know the curse system, right? The hack didn't need to give the command for Satoshi-kun to be attacked. All she had to do was look concerned, and then someone else would take care of it. That was the system. Shion couldn't say anything in response. Even if the hag had forgiven him personally, he was the object of the curse. The executioner would have followed him forever.
ばっちゃんはね、
Granny told me that
お社様のたたり。
she had tried to find out who was actually behind this curse of Oyashio-sama for a long time,
だけど、
but she couldn't.
つけられなかった。誰もが
Everyone believed it was someone in the village, but she couldn't find out who it
村の中に
was.
そんな人は存在しないの。
So, there very well could just be a serial killer in Hinamizawa who just uses the Watsunagashi as like their one night to kill people. That could very well be the case.
存在しない。
She couldn't find out?
しないなら、
Then
なんで
why did the curse take place every year?
おかしいよね。
Isn't it weird?
でも、
But
いないの。
there wasn't anyone.
いないんだって。
There really wasn't.
フルでリカが私に首をかきむしる注射で
I told you that Rika Furude tried to attack me earlier with the syringe, didn't I?
それはどう説明するの？
How'd you explain that?
急須猫を噛むって状況じゃない。
She wasn't just acting out of desperation like a cornered
向
rat.
こうから訪ねてきて、
She came over to my house and attacked me with a bottle of pepper spray and a
お
syringe.
そらく同じ注
I
射
bet
で富田さんが
Tomitake-san
殺
was
されてる
killed with that same stuff.
それは
That
わからない。
I don't know.
リカちゃんがそんなこと
I
するな
can't
んて
believe Rika-chan would do
信じられない。
something like that.
実際に見た私でも信
I'm
じ
the
ら
one
れな
who
い。
saw how she died, and I still can't believe it.
あの死に方を見りゃ
What a completely abnormal way to go. Granny just takes the blame for all these incidents because it makes the Sonozaki family look powerful, right? It builds up the luster and sense of reluctance to mess with the village too. Oh, yeah. Because I guess she probably did that so like the government would never be tempted to try to start up the dam construction project again. Because it was never really cancelled, it was just put on hold. So like, if there's all this weird stuff going on with that town, maybe they'd be like, okay, let's not fuck with that. They're kind of crazy over there. We don't know what's going on there. She was just being opportunistic about it. Yeah, because if they tried again, they might be spirited away or killed like the construction managers. They just think, yeah, it's not worth the effort. Yeah. I don't think Shion and the hag are lying. It would mean the hag wasn't in as much control as we thought she was, though. She didn't know anything about that scary drug, or if the Furude family was the one executing the curse. If the Sonozaki family had nothing to do with it, then who made the series of mysterious thefts possible? Was it just a coincidence? That something happened 5 years in a row on the night of Watsunagashi? That's impossible. A human must have made it happen. And it was all decided somewhere the Sonozaki family wasn't aware of. The Kimiyoshi family didn't know anything. Shion is an unreliable narrator. So all the research she did about the curse system was entirely unreliable and hearsay as well. She was also she wasn't exactly objective. She was incredibly biased. You know, she said like, oh, she didn't stop to think of maybe Satoshi decided to kill his aunt on the day of the Watsunagashi because that's a day where somebody dies. So he figured that if he killed her any other day, it would look like it would set alarm bells off for everybody. But if it was in the Watsunagashi, people would be like, oh, she was just the one who died this year. Super biased because this would be a clear-cut path to her idealization of a cut path for revenge for Satoshi. She never thought about anything that might oppose her research. Yeah. The Kimiyoshi family didn't know anything. Kimiyoshi believed the Sonozaki family was behind it. Was it the Furude family? With Rika's behavior and the elderly people who believed in her so blindly, did some kind of power exist around the Furude family that created the curse? No way. The Furude family couples themselves were victims of it. How could a little girl like Rika possess a power stronger than that of the Sonozaki family? No way. It's just impossible. In other words, I had killed the heads of all three families and was trying to bring an end to the whole thing, all as a result of a misunderstanding about the dark secret of Hinamizawa. Then what about my revenge? Did I kill all the wrong people who had nothing to do with Satoshi-kun's disappearance at all? That's good, Shion. You're still trying to turn the tables on me, huh? Sis, please, believe me. I'm not your enemy. I really am not. Just believe me, sis. Shion begged with tears in her eyes. That would have affected me if I was still Shion's sister. They also tell you several times that Kimiyoshi is afraid of Oryu, so clearly he buys the hype that Granny manufactures. Not that I doubt the yeah, they are powerful, but they weren't powerful to the extent to like that extent. I don't feel anything anymore because I'm a demon. I'll be done once I kill Shion. I've already decided that. If I don't finish that up, what would my existence be for? What about the life I devoted to revenge for Satoshi-kun? How dare she tell me all this nonsense to confuse me at the very end? If what she said was the truth, then what I'd done wasn't revenge. It was just the curse of the 5th year. Shion? Are you truly if you truly are innocent, you can go to heaven. And apologize to Satoshi-kun for me. Even now, she rejects anything that opposes her view because it goes against her ideal of revenge for Satoshi-kun, and she tries to dodge the accountability. Yeah, it's terrible. A bluish-white spark lit up the darkness, and Shion disappeared into the well. Please apologize to Satoshi in heaven. Since I can't, since I won't be going there. Well, at least you know. I said that earlier, didn't I? Said that at the beginning of this dream that like you're not seeing heaven. She doesn't care about revenge or the truth, she just cares about her own self. Yeah, this whole thing, it was just a rampage. It was just a rampage. He wasn't like trying to figure things out or try to like tear down the institution of Hinamizawa. It was just a rampage. That was all it is. Welcome back, Ginny. Instead, I'm going deep into hell. Jumping down to this well would be too simple an atonement for me. Straight up became she's just a serial killer, that's it. Jumping into this well would be too simple an atonement for what I've done. Until I find a perfect way to end my life, I'm going to live. And as best I can. Higurashi. Is that the end of the chapter? Is that a scene break? Unless revenge fantasy was just to try and calm her guilt while she's neck deep in corpses, blood, and guilt. Exactly, okay. We got 199. Shion Sonozaki's last confession is dubious. Did the hag convince her that the Sonozaki family had nothing to do with it? Or is that the truth? In my investigations so far, I've proven that there are aspects of the curse which can't be explained by the Sonozaki family alone. So my notes are all bogus from the beginning. These 200 pages are full of bullshit. I thought of burning this notebook, but I won't do it. This notebook proves my guilt. I won't distort the facts. I won't burn it. After all, my life is only a notebook long. I wonder if anybody will read this. If somebody does, please let them learn something from my stupidity. Mysterious deaths in Hinamizawa, dubbed Oyoshio-sama's curse. If you're reading this, please find the truth. That's my only wish. June 1983. Mion Sonozaki. No one distorts the facts except for the fact that I tried to pretend I was my sister to get out of the 12 fines I committed while on a violent rampage. Actually, 13. Mion's death. Shion's death. Shimion's June 1983. There has been a series of disappearances in Hinamizawa village, Shishibone City, blank prefecture. The suspect is Mion Sonozaki, blank years old. Allegedly, she abducted, imprisoned, and killed 5 Hinamizawa residents: Oryu Sonozaki, Shion Sonozaki, Yuichio Kimiyoshi, Rika Furude, and Satsuko Hojo, between June 19th and the 21st. Preliminary investigations on the incidents were delayed at the time due to insignificant evidence. But by chance, the case was solved rather abruptly. On the morning of the 22nd, a vehicle patrolling the Sonozaki property heard the screams from inside and rushed as an emergency measure. They secured the suspect's missing sister, Shion Sonozaki, and her 2 missing classmates, Keiji Meibara and Rena Ryukyu. The suspects fled the scene. We found hair, pieces of skin, blood, and the 4 missing people: Oryu Sonozaki, Keiichi Kimiyoshi, Rika Furude, and Satsuko Hojo, in a torture room that was discovered in the basement of the outbuilding of the Sonozaki family property. Supposedly, that's where they were killed. We concluded that the victims were tortured in that torture room. However, the remains have still not been found. According to one of her imprisoned classmates in Vice, the body should be somewhere in the basement of the outbuilding where the torture took place. However, nothing has been discovered as of yet, including the escape route the suspect took. In addition, investigations continue regarding any possible connection to the series of mysterious deaths in recent years. But no evidence that Mion Sonozaki was involved, either directly or indirectly, has been found. There are still many unclear points as to the motive behind the incident, and as those of the Sonozaki family and residents of Hinamizawa have been extremely uncooperative in assisting us, we suspect to require a long time to clarify them. The opinion of a local officer knowledgeable about the region is that this may have been a lynching, an internal form of punishing sacrilegious acts carried out against the beliefs of Hinamizawa village. It is clear that these incidents were particularly rooted in this region, and the prefectural police department has ordered a cautious investigation. We anticipated gaining valuable clues from the missing person, believed to have been imprisoned for the longest time, Shion Sonozaki, the suspect's younger sister. However, the incident has left such serious mental after effects that she was not been in a state of mind to properly answer any questions about what she knows. The psychiatrist concluded that she was in a temporary state of shock, but as of today, she has yet to show any improvement. I was acting at first. It was just an act to avoid being interrogated by the police. As it turns out, though, fake insanity can become real. You see, I couldn't bear it any longer. I continued to be haunted by the presence Ryugu talked about. It was so close that I could almost touch it. It could almost touch my back. It wasn't Satoshi-kun, and it wasn't a hallucination. It had become Shion's ghost. Shion didn't go to heaven after all. She was always by my side instead. She didn't like the fact that I was still alive when she wasn't, so she had decided to haunt me until she witnessed my death. Every night she whispered to me, telling me to die. I get it. I get it. I shouted at the Shion at my back. Through my mouth, she shouted back at me. It must look odd to other people. They think I was arguing with myself. Now she swapped her imaginary best friend from Satoshi to her dead sister. It's not fair. Why are you still living, sis? I die already. Like you said you died right after you killed me. I'm waiting. It's so dark and cold in this well. It's cold. It hurts. I get it. Shut up. What exactly do you think, sis? You won't die in the way you want to. You're just running away. You're trying to survive even after you did all those horrible things. You'll never be forgiven. You're cursed. You're destined to die. Shut up, Shion. You're a ghost, so shut up. Sis. You lousy sit. Fuck up. It's not fair. You and I should always be together, even after death. So, Mion, I've come to take you with me. Mion. Bang, bang, bang. Shion banged on the door. Bam, bam, bam. The noise is too loud. It's cracking my ears and my head open. Shion's trying to break in. Oh, shit. Alright, Shion, I get it. The perfect way for me to die is to be cursed to death by you, isn't it? But I won't be going so easily. I won't simply disappear. It won't be fair if your beloved was left alive after all. I went to the balcony to avoid Shion, who was on the other side of the door. If I jump over the railing to the neighboring apartment, I could reach the fire escape. Eat shit, Shion. I leaned over the railing and jumped to the balcony next door. I rushed down the stairs, noiseless as a cat. Shion was too stupid to realize I had escaped. It wouldn't take too long to get to Keiichi's house on a motorcycle. Shion must believe that I'm still in that room. She's so stupid. Off she goes again, breaking promises. Soon enough, I could see the Meibara mansion. I'd never seen it before, but I heard a great deal about it from Shion. She told me that Keiichi's room is on the second floor. I could wake him up, throw a stone. At threw a couple of stones at the window, and shortly after the light turned on and the window opened, I saw Keiichi there. The moment I saw him, my madness cooled off for a while. Even from there, I could tell that Keiichi was running down the stairs. He showed up quickly, with a doll in his hand. I felt depressed to see it. It was the doll he failed to give to Shion. It wasn't fair after all, Shion. I'm so jealous, Kei-chan. I want to receive a doll from Satoshi-kun too. Mion. It's been a while. How are you? You been doing alright? Despite the burning insanity within me, I spoke to him calmly. It's true. My body is controlled by the demon now. Otherwise I wouldn't be here this late. Are you alright? Hanging around this place? I really shouldn't be. Anyway, what's wrong? What do you need at this hour? I wanted to talk to you one last time. I feel horribly sleepy. Maybe it's more like fainting due to loss of blood. That sensation is proof that the insanity is swallowing me. She's putting up so many red flags, and Rose just like, man, I love 6 flags. Come on, Keiichi, no survive. Come on, a little bit of self-preservation. Well, I can't stay for any longer. Are you alright? Are you not feeling well? I tried so hard until now, but I can tell. I'm done. This is my limit. She literally told you last night not to come near her anymore because next time she'll be dangerous, and what do? Just comes downstairs, unarmed. They're about to come up behind me and take me away. I won't get to decide how I die. Shion won't allow me to. No wonder I dropped her down the well. It wasn't only her. None of the people I killed chose to die how they did. Considering that, debating how I die must seem like a luxurious concern to the dead. Are you okay? Don't force yourself. That's right. I had something. I'll kill him. I'll avenge Satoshi-kun's death. I'll avenge his death. This guy, Shion's beloved. I hate her. I'll kill her. I'll teach her a lesson. Eat this. While gravity's pull spun around me, I realized that I had stabbed him with a knife. I made it. That's crime number 14. Depending on if he dies, it's if he doesn't die, it's attempted murder. If he does die, it is murder. Either way, pretty bad. I made it. I made it in time. Whoops, stabs you. Ooh, silly me. Stabs you again. Silly me. Stabs you again. Whoopsie. Stabs you again. I don't remember he died. I think in the second arc it's implied that he dies, but it's been years, so take it with a grain of salt. I believe in the second arc he's in the hospital, so I'm not sure. I made it. I made it before Shion killed me. I got back at her. Take that, Shion. Keiichi rolled on the ground, clutching his stomach. I've done it. I've done it all. That's everyone I wanted to kill. I did it! I did it! I avenged your death, Satoshi-kun. Don't you love me for it? Will you stroke my head? She's totally out to lunch this time, way worse than she was at the Sonosaki's date. Yeah. Yes. This was all a bad dream. After all, I was just in my room like always, suffering from nightmares of Shion. It's when you think she can't go anymore insane. But where was I now? I've been standing in my apartment's fire escape, alone. I could still recall that dream. Yes, I had stepped out onto the veranda. My front door is still locked, so I had to climb through the veranda again. Huh. Whoa. My foot slipped, and then I felt a floating sensation. After that, a sharp, indescribable pain through my head. That incredible pain finally cleared the fog away from my nightmare. I had slipped from the fire escape as I returned to my balcony and fell onto the roof, getting out from the elevator hall 2 or 3 floors down. My room is on the 8th floor. I wasn't expecting to get caught up here. When I fell, my head landed on the concrete corner. I could feel both enormous pain and the warm blood dripping out. I felt strangely calm. I couldn't sense the demon, Shion's ghost, or my grudge. Holy those eyes. She's straight up skin and bones now. So yeah, like he looks like very like thin, like she hasn't been like eating or taking care of herself because she's just been holed up in her room being insane. That actually is a very nice detail. I just felt like a baby. The nothingness brought me peace. All of my memories from when I was born and named Mion, up until this day, came to my mind. I recalled the memories of the time I spent with Satoshi-kun. Tears rolled down my cheeks. Where did I go wrong? When in my life did I make the wrong choice? Do you want the list alphabetically, or chronologically, or listed off in ascending order of awfulness? I do know just where and when that was, because Satoshi-kun reminded me. I'll leave Satoko to you. Sure. I'll believe you return. I'll be waiting for you. I'll take care of Satoko. I'll wait for you with her. We'll be good girls. You left your precious sister to me and nobody else. I don't know how I'll leave Satoko to you got twisted to, hey, can you kill my sister and everybody I ever cared about? Thanks, boo, I love you. Like, bruh. I guess I didn't get the significance of what you said. But it'll be fine this time. I love you, Satoshi-kun. Satoko. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. Shion, I'm really sorry. Did I repay everything with my death? No way, right? That's not how it should be done. I wanted Satoshi-kun to stroke my head one more time. I wanted to hear him mumble one more time. I knew it was too much to ask. And so, I had no other regrets. That brought an end to my apologies. I rolled over, sending myself falling to the ground. Head first. I hoped my head would crack open. To take me to hell. To take me to the hell I deserved. She didn't drop a Google document. Shion busting out the ukulele. I was just a demon. I belonged in hell. Why was I born? Why did this world give birth to me? I shouldn't have been born. I shouldn't have had to suffer if I hadn't. I wouldn't have had to suffer if I hadn't been. Here we go with the demon LARPing. What was the meaning of my meaningless life? If I wasn't born, nobody would have had to suffer. Thank you for treating me kindly, even though I was like this. Thank you for teaching me love, even though I was like this. Even though I was like this, even though... I'm really sorry, everybody. I really am. I'm sorry. If Satoshi-kun could give me another chance, I wouldn't make the same mistake again. Never again. Here comes the ground. Bye. I love you. Huh? I wished so many times that everything was a dream, so I wrote it down, hoping for it to come true. Such a character, very raw, and most writers, including me, sometimes are too afraid to write characters like this. Yeah, too afraid to go all out. Dreams and cartoons are often like this. It's a huge stack of treats, I can't possibly eat them all. I try to reach for them, but somebody wakes me up. This dream has been a tremendously long one. I must have been sleeping for more than a year. Ah, that's right. I ran away from baseball practice. I stepped into the street when the light was red, and I got hit by a motorcycle. I've been in a coma since then, but I finally woke up. When I open my eyes, I see a hospital ceiling, and Satoshi-kun looks at me from the bedside. That's a bit too perfect. But it's okay, right? It's okay for it to end that way, right? She's not just a little quirky, she's full on. I will end your bloodline for any perceived fault, and I will pretend to be the offended party the entire time. I'm sorry that I was born. A breakdown of all the persons involved with or linked to the series of death in Hinamizawa. Tamae Hojo died via homicide by blunt force trauma within the village on June 20th, 1982. Case closed. Satoshi Hojo, believed to have disappeared from the village on June 24th, 1982. Whereabouts unknown. Jiro Tomitake, believed to have committed suicide on June 19th, 1983. Death resembles that of Rika Furude on June 22nd. Investigation ongoing. Mio Takano, death by strangulation in the mountains of Gifu Prefecture on June 19th, 1983. Corpse was found incinerated. Investigation ongoing. Oryu Sonozaki, murdered by Shion Sonozaki on June 20th, 1983. Cause of death is believed to be shock induced by stun gun, violently abused postpartum. Head shows signs of extreme laceration. Hello, Mr. Ending. Hi. Rika Furude, believed to have been murdered by Shion Sonozaki on June 22nd, 1983. Cause of death was shock due to extreme hemorrhaging caused by lacerations to the throat, Death resembles that of Shio Tomitake on June 19th. Investigation ongoing. Keishio Kimiyoshi, murdered by Shio and Sonozaki. Cause of death was sleeve strangulation reduced by his rape. Satsuyo Hojo, murdered by Shio and Sonozaki on June 22nd. Cause of death was shot due to hemorrhaging. Penetration. Mion Sonozaki, murdered by Shion on June 22nd. Cause of death was severe trauma due to impact after falling down a tunnel. Keiichi Meibara, stabbed by Shion Sonozaki on June 30th, 1983. Victim was severely injured, but is recuperating in a hospital. His ending was really sad. Sai probably smoke-served himself to death after Keiichi Shion died. Probably. Keiichi Meibara died in Tokyo Hospital on July 3rd, 1983. Cause of death was acute heart failure. Shion Sonozaki died on June 30th, 1983. Cause of death was severe trauma due to impact after falling from the balcony of her apartment. The suspect for several murders was begun on June 20th, 1983. Fell to her death from the balcony of her apartment, which she hastily rented to conceal her identity. Following her death, the police filed charges against her for the 5 murders, which began with Oryu Sonozaki. Fucking course, Teppei lived, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Nobody asked to be born, no. Alright, it's lunchtime. Hey Rena, put our desks together. Our lunch has meatballs today. I think I quite liked it actually. I think it was a very... It definitely... Obviously, because it answers everything from the Watsunagashi and Watsunagashi arc, but it's very because a lot of times you don't really get to play as a character like Shion, and it's very easily to like write a character like Shion but make it not. I feel like sometimes when people write characters like Shion, they try to make them sympathetic, but in doing that they make the character like a little bit too inconsistent. Because like you'll be like the character feels bad about doing something, but like they've done bad things before, but they only feel bad in this instance, and it doesn't make sense. But she's not apologetic until the very, very end. And even then, there's a bit of... And even then, she's always fighting, like, taking responsibilities. Yeah, she's just batshit and say, exactly. And they stick to that. They don't go wishy-washy. She on herself admits she's extremely unsympathetic, even though she does feel bad about it. She just keeps lying through it and trying to justify herself. Exactly. Sounds good. This old man will have something. Rika-chan, bring your desk over. I'm coming. Whoosh. Unfortunately, meatballs are my favorite too. I won't allow you to have any. Unfortunately, I won't let you do that either, Satoko. You can have some veggies. You have to have some veggies, so I cooked some squash for you. Oh, that's harsh, Shion. Oh, I hate squash. Don't be picky about your food. Squash is very nutritious. You're still growing, so you need to you need to think about things like that. As long as I live, I won't let you have an unbalanced diet. Here, guys, have some. Steamed squash is delicious. Munch munch. Satoko, it's really sweet.
お、確かにこれはいけるな。
Yeah, it's super good.
かぼちゃの甘みがやみなく、それでいて絶妙で。
You cozy there, Koji? The balance of flavors is perfect. Funny because even though nobody remembers the different arcs, it's like sometimes feelings bleed through. There's a Shion that really did mean her apology at the end to Satoko. Yeah. Excuse me. I don't like your tone. Just try one. Take a bite. See? Isn't it good? Well, it isn't so bad. Of course it isn't. I've been working hard every day to get you to overcome your dislike of squash. Okay, now that that's done with, why don't you overcome your fear of eggplants, green peppers, and expand your guess within the year? Stop joking. At this rate, I'll transfer to a school in Okinomiya. Come on. I'm in charge of your health, since Toshi-kun asked me to take care of you. I won't let you eat junk food either. Is this the good ending? I hate you, Shion-san. I hate squash. Aww. Honestly, when I was younger, I think Meakashi was my favorite arc, just because of how emotionally charged it is. But these days, honestly, don't think I could pick. They're all great. All of the chapters in Higurashi are all very good. Okay. Happy Diary and Disowned. Sumo Horoboshihan is awesome too. I think you'll really like it. I think I will too, because I believe that arc focuses a lot on Rena. And Rena is definitely my favorite character. Happy Diary Disowned. Yes, when Mr. Kasai broke in, the room was empty. The window leading to the balcony was open, and that was when she fell. She hit the elevator housing right beneath, which gave her a concussion. Then she rolled off the roof and hit the ground, killing her. The reason Kasai didn't find her, even though she suspected her suicide, is that she was on the elevator housing at the time, unconscious. Yeah, ouchie. Keiichi Maebara was stabbed at about the same time. Was Shion Sonozaki unconscious on the roof then? I doubt it. She must have snuck out of the building, stabbed Keiichi, then accidentally fell when she came back. Does that sound right? That's exactly what happened. Are we sure Oishi isn't the ultimate detective? She's unconscious, she was able to have that brief dream when she rolled off? Yeah. Doesn't sound right. Would you look at the neighboring balcony again? Oishi-san, you've got a call on line 3. Oh, who's it from? Sato, apparently. He says the password is wrong. Hello? Ah, Saito-san. You must have some good news. An informant got in contact with me, and you were right after all. Thank you. I'll buy you a drink on Flower Road. What was that call about? A mahjong information? Bingo. The Sonozaki sisters switched places. Mion is Shion and Shion is Mion. They made a mistake when they were supposed to tattoo the successor. So Mion and Shion were switched around in this notebook. So when Satoshi-kun and Shion-tan know Mion-san, this is confusing. Anyway, with that, you gain a clear understanding of their relationship. You talking about the serious notebook you received the other day? Didn't you say it was all mumbo-jumbo that could only confuse the case? Even after switching the names, it's still confusing. I don't know how much of the content I can trust. Even if it's true, Rika Furude's stuff seems very suspicious. It's the diary of a lunatic. Drove me nuts when I read it. You know the line she wrote? You know this line she wrote on the last page? How about she's sorry for being born? Makes you want to jump out the window. This whole Shmion debacle confuses the entire fandom. It's kind of funny. It is very confusing, it is. Even so, this is a happy diary. A happy diary? Do you know how many times Satoshi-kun's name appears in this notebook? Shion-san really loved him. But because she was so young, a few mistakes caused that love to be misdirected. Disowned. Hey mom, tell me. Why did you have a fight with the hag? Was it bad enough that it was bad enough that she disowned you, right? This is their mom? Wood. You're so nosy about everything. On one hand, it's obvious Mion is actually Shion and Shion is actually Mion, but once you know, that's easy to start wondering who's who at any given point, even in prior arcs. Oh yeah. I guess you're old enough to know. She objected when I told her I wanted to marry your father. What? I was living a very unseemly life back then. The man I brought home was a Yakuza. Of course she got terribly upset. She said the head of the family will choose your fiancé. And I said, screw your decisions, you fucking weirdo. And so we both cut each other down on the spot. We unsheathed our katanas in the living room and clashed and slashed and sliced. You fought the hag with a sword? Where'd it go, Mom? Well, I was into martial arts when I was young. Shion is just like a Kana and Oryu, TBH. Kinda, yeah. Both she and I held high ranks in kendo, so yes, it was quite the show. Everyone nearby was terrified. That was fun. I see. So that's why you were disowned? That's right. I was happy for it. I married your father right away. Well, I was forced to remove my fingernails in atonement, though. When do we get a unitable fate style adaptation of the fight between the Kame and Oryu? See how the fingernails of my left hand look ugly? Oh. So that's why you and the hag have had a bad relationships, huh? You know that, Shion. That's not actually true. Our relationship is actually pretty good. What? That can't be right. She has to maintain the family's reputation, so she can't treat me normally. And accordingly, I lay low at the family councils. But I visit her every now and then, and we have tea together. Can't believe it. This is just between you and me, okay? She removed her fingernails in atonement a long time ago herself. Look at her hand the next time you see her. What? What did she do? Beats me. Oh. Was it? Because remember, like, when Shion had her nails removed, Mion did the same thing? Because she felt bad? Did Oryu also remove her fingernails because she felt bad? Fingernail removal just runs in the family. Everybody has their family traditions, right? Yes, hi, hello. King Dark Nay, thanks for becoming a back rabbit. Hey, you also have one. So you do have one. It's all over your face. Tell me. No worries, Cody. Okay, we got one more thing to read. Do you think that murder can be justified depending on the motive? Hi, this is Ryukishi07. Thank you for playing Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 5, Meakashi. Although I depict many deaths in my work, I often ask myself a question. Yeah, the goats. The question is there such a thing as a justifiable murder? In our world, murder is prosecuted, and the degree of punishments varies depending on the motive and circumstances. Having different degrees of punishments means that we're putting a value on the dead person's life. Some scenes justify murder in Higurashi. By degrading the life of the victim in those scenes, the players can sympathize with the character more easily. The degree of sympathy would be different from person to person. The people who could sympathize probably felt catharsis, and the people who disagree with the character might have felt uncomfortable. That's indicated by how many opinions are polarized. Were polarized during Keishi's actions in Higurashi. In Meakashi, there are also a number of murders. But this time, the main character, Shion, she tries to earn sympathy for each one of them. How did you feel? How much were you able to sympathize with her? Not much. Not much. In Keishi's, when I read Higurashi and when Keiichi was like, I'm gonna kill Satoko's abusive uncle, I didn't feel bad for the uncle at all because he was, a horrible person and an abuser, and I said, like, yes, murder is wrong, but I didn't, like, really hold it against Keiichi. I guess because the victim was not a particularly good person. But in this case, nobody really, like, the only person who you could be like, oh, whatever, is Oryu, because she was such a bitch. You'd be like, yeah, fuck that bitch, whatever. Everyone else, you're kind of like, Mm. If you couldn't sympathize her, if you couldn't sympathize with her at all, then please berate her as a crazy murderer. If you sympathize with her at all, then please have mercy on her. If you sympathize with her almost entirely, then please have mercy on her. If you completely sympathize with her, then let us berate both of you as crazy murderers. What about me? Well, that's a secret. I like to reverse my opinion this time. I like to reverse my question this time. What kind of murderer could you sympathize with if you were to be killed? A murderer who doesn't care about people's lives? That'd be quite a regrettable death. Extremely sad to be killed in denial of all your values. A murderer who begs for forgiveness in tears? That'd be quite regrettable too. I kind of like his viewpoint. He's not like, if you don't sympathize with my characters, you're wrong. He's like, you're right in either case. Yeah, I like that. They shouldn't kill. I also like, he also says that like he doesn't know, but like I feel like he probably does have an opinion one way or another, but he probably feels like he shouldn't share that, because a lot of times when like the author of a work shares like their particular opinion about something, that can sometimes deter people from like having their own thoughts, because they're like, oh well, the author thinks this, so that must be what it is, right? Like if you just said like, oh, Shion's a murderer and like you're not supposed to like her, then people would be like, oh, okay, I guess I'm not supposed to sympathize with her at all, and that's that. And it would dissuade them from like thinking about what they really think. I like how it's just like, yeah, just what do you think? They shouldn't kill you at all if they're begging for your forgiveness. If you look into the history of Higurashi too, if you don't really know about it, it's really cool how he did this with his own two hands. Oh, he did this by himself? That's amazing. So what kind of murderer could you sympathize with? In the end, sympathy might just be a method for making a story more interesting. If you can sympathize, it's fun. If you can't sympathize, you're just crazy. You cannot put value on human life. It's a sin to try even doing so. A murder is a murder. Nothing more than that. I just hope everybody can live happily together. How does that sound? Would you agree to that? If you wouldn't... Thank you very much for playing Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 5, Meakashi. Wasn't a famous writer or anything prior, it was just some dude who worked for CPS. I see. I could only bring out this 5th episode thanks to all of your support. Higurashi will only get more intense as it approaches the finale. Yeah, I want to write a sound novel after reading Higurashi too, to be honest. Nothing would make me happier if you continued reading the chapters to come. The next chapter will be Child Sumihoroboshi. Really, I'm rather fortunate if you enjoyed yourself even a little. Thank you again for playing. I hope this brought a little color to your life. 7th expansion, Ryukishi 07. Humble guy. Okay, and that was Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 5. Thank you all for hanging out with me this lovely night. I will be live tomorrow. Yes, I will be live tomorrow. Have a good night. Yes, yes. Thank you. Yes, I'll be live tomorrow. I have the Somnium Files 2 on the schedule, but I feel like we might like continue our playthrough of Persona. I'm not sure, but yes, I will see you guys later. Sleep well, everyone. Take care. Sleep well. Thank you. And thanks again. Good night, everyone. Bye bye.